Could you tell us your name one more time?
Name is Tsering Tashi.
Tsering Tashi.
His Holiness the Dalai Lama asked us to record the experiences of older Tibetans to share with the younger generation of Tibetans, with the Chinese people and with people in the outside world, so that the true history, culture, beliefs and experience of the Tibetan people can be properly documented.
Tanda lugu para ta chide jawa. Di gyarmuchi ke lamduen da kalap shisung re. Ene chige di khari sana ene chige bebe ke lugu di zambuling hakwe de kechibu shurwa. Di gengo ke enta lugu di hakku warwa. Di ndi kan zambuling la hakwe de kechibu di kan ene chige lugu di kurup chishos. Gyardo lamduen shisu ene kan phela ene bebe ke shwenge na da, zambuling ke shwenge na da, kyana ke shwenge na da, ene gyardo chamdo la denge shwenge na duso ke ene bebe ke lugu di hakwe chidu ene kan dinde ene nangyu yesh.
Loans.
Do you give permission for the Tibet Oral History Project to use your interview?
Loan.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you very much.
Someone first
Same to you.
If you want to take a break at any time, just let us know. And if you don't want to answer a question, just that's fine. You don't need to. If this interview was shown in Tibet or China, would it make a problem for you?
Ngande jagana nga tanda pinja san yomare ta pinja sangma phol hado tende sunde tanda nge phol ya tan tani ni don je ne sunde paso kabarta ya de samjo chewi karesne te control jo chewi na control kange chewi mo ngal kange chewi marwa tendel ten nga tanda sawanin jo chigme.
Thank you very much for agreeing to share your story.
Someone attest later to share.
Same to wishing all the best.
Pala, can you first of all just describe a little bit of your early life in Tibet, your early, very early memories?
Pala kyorangi ane chik chungdung gane pera da chik pathalu cherwa di kola ane ka temba kare kare tushu. Kare ke?
Tanga kesa di uzana da loga sinyindine re loga tanang sinyindine. Da di nganzu lungbe mingdelia da tashlings. 제제 땅은 저 총배 명딩에 단다 신나 다다 되게 민도 저발 아니 땅아 충전에 파가야 길 호갈 제네 달로 계에서부터 다 되게 파마님도 두 세제 나도 스테브레스.
Yeah, I lived in Lhasa, Trapa, in which village called Tashling. I stayed up to 8 years with my family.
In Loka, down here?
Loka.
South of Lhasa.
Loka, yeah, right.
South of Lhasa. And what was your life like? What did your family do?
당은 저 능력이 소답 신뢰 전자리 생겨요 말.
And Drepung is only farming. Farming was the main source of livelihood.
And how old were you when you became a monk?
나는 로 제즈네 타바 체브른 로 제네 타바 체는 딱 간데 창설이야 주 아니 다 되는 손등아 나야다 산에 파만도 자원님 투요 말에 로 제네 나도 저 말에 파만 투요 말에.
At the age of 8, I joined the monastery at Gaden. Since that, I never saw my family back.
Never saw his family
Never saw family back.
Again?
Again, since that.
Why? Why did you?
Kachin ene the pamatuara.
Long that the caress shivina tanga, the Lord yet in Tabatene, Gomarang, the Lord Chipsico to Combal there.
Lord, it took there.
Lord too long. That in a 먼저 감전 다 매전스에 타장다 요르 다지 콤발레 tunzuka ta nganzo kisinga ma shije chonta kyan king budu seje ta de nganzo amdo na ngolo da 다 맨날 대만 롱바세다 딘들 줘야 지 룩스요. 근데 선데 네 기겐데 에네 맨날 막 감세그 비들 담버. 대선데 된 안냠도 막 티침.
비디오스나 같이 가고 그래.
비디스나다 자산 소속에 이나래 감세 이나래 단단한도 지젤 치는 지그 곰바카 잠만도 지기도 가르소래 긴고 샤야라고 샤텐치야라고 다 텔이야 소 가제 비니 중에나 딘 자산다 가리나 감들 야피야 아니 다치 비디스 어디다 뭐도 수 두니에서 어때 비디스 거
Yeah, it seems that when I left, I stayed in monastery for 6 years, from 8 to 14. During that, I was unable to go back to the family, and I've never seen because my teacher was the main this one in a monastery. So my teacher has to go around the villages for a monk contribution for the monk
fundraising
like making example like in Western we go like doing special ceremony, special prayers, and doing anything necessary for the villagers and making a fundraiser to them. So I have to follow all this with my teachers.
Okay, so we'll go back to that. So he never really explained why he never saw his family ever again, because that was only till 14. But we'll go back to that. Maybe he didn't want to answer the question. So can you? So you went with your teacher for this. For it's called Budu, yeah. Budu. Where did you go with him?
당고 간조 치동급자 ngapchu lolama 해산에 침베레 해산의 마음도 됐다. 뒤도 재미게 해서 버도야 모델랑가 요르다. 먼저 사자나니야. 해서 버도 모델랑가 서서리. 납중가 두버도. 등한조 모델랑 되네 마치네 공부지는 제 되네 참돌래 그래. 참돌랑 먼저 따와 찍지 대비. 다 참돌라 먼저 해서는 마켄도 됐다. 먼저 응의다 던서 강강 아람도 표병이 있잖아요. 다 뒤도 다 참도는 맞잡들랑 먼저 배경에 뒤두고 말이 재미기다 쇼거디 참돌 지워잖아 먼저 다 참돌을 빼지 하람 다 왔지 되면 랑
Yeah, during 1956 I started going with my teacher from Lhasa to Congo and Chamdo. From Chamdo then the currency of the Tibet was not valid.
Chamdo and Kham.
So that during that we have to exchange the currency going across the China. And Chamdo cow cannot be right.
다 참도네 마을 체제더니 되게 날만도래.
They kill any pig patient going to Duamara.
조금만
From Chamdo there is no value of the Tibetan coins. So you have to exchange the Tibetan coins to the China coin.
So you considered the border with China to be in Chamdo?
보다
Sandam the any Chamdo Sandam subject.
제가 참도 때다 산삼 개말에 다 이년에 내만의 재미가 지주야자 먼저 세스도알. 근데선도 다 간제 참도 때다 제사체를 지랬다. 드네 마음도는 다 감을 마음도고요. 다 대경 얻다데 드네 마다 간제 디드네다 재미 배사되면서 배배 배사되 도마저 스레인데 차대도.
Yeah, from the Chamdo it was used to say from what this border to that border that it was located under the China, and all during that time this currency and everything was used by the Chinese currency from the Kham and from the Chamdo to Kham. It was almost used the Chinese currency, not the Tibetan currency. They got Pebeke and Chamdo for the Chamdo Peche. Yaman Yora did also.
디가 내만에도 요마로 다치 재미레로 치동급자 납주 탐벨라다 메네야 재미레로 네 손데 담아서 딩엘라 되네 마마 되게다 다디 칸세다 돈서 강가 바바라레마서 캄콩레마서 재미기 쿵도 스케마로 근데 손데 다치서 단단한도 리조야자 먼저 세대야를 시도한 어디다 뒤에값네 에네 어딘데로 디 천진치도
issue currency was since 1950 when Chinese start arriving.
Yeah.
And so it used to call that this border, mountain border to that mountain border. And this Kham border was from Chamdo. It was used to call under China, and every currency was used by the Chinese, and no Tibetan currency was valid since 1950.
But you considered this an occupied region of Tibet, yes?
Tadi pedana gana lemne ta khambala le chamdo bodle di chude gemi gu peju tangwa wa chimu me peju me dowa mara tadi gemi ki ene ngad ge ta kal wang dowa sunde cha ma chi dingena ko gemi gu mara
mare zawanyen mare ting ta chedong gu byanga chu thambane ta gemi sibju shigunen ta khamone yan zuyo marwal ting abju thambane je dus gemi ale rom che dingel gemi zawanyen yo marwa tene ma changma babarare ko changma.
It was since 1949 the Chinese started occupying from the Kham. So it was illegally occupied. Illegal occupied. Since before that, there was no any name of China and this and that. It was totally under the Tibetan province.
But by 1956, the border that China considered to be the border of China and Tibet
from Chamdo.
Was from Chamdo, and you had to exchange currency in Chamdo.
Chamdo marita border te warite ta konse ta diju ya ma jo se de warita.
Chamdo. Yeah, that's right. It was considered that border from there is nearby Chamdo. There is the river near Chamdo.
The Drepung River.
Drepung River. From there,
which is
the border.
Which is the Yangtze in China. The Yangtze River, yeah? Okay, so I'm interested in this exchange of currency. So you had Tibetan notes and coins with you?
Yeah,
망고요르다. 나란도 데 단데 자갈 요만한 신다 즉 내마 이나 배사 직니 숨세럽던데 여러 배사 디는 신다 벌레 까마세야던데 배사 지는 다드네 쇼강신데 디 쇼가세여버 디네 다 슈글 고마 이네 니세여버 나주 니슈트nga 납주 야 딘데 글로로요.
There is a various type of the coins in Tibet, like a note and a coin. Mostly during that there was a coin called 1 paisa and 1 karma. And 1 karma chikle.
Karma se chige se
1 karma, 1 shokang, 5 shokang, 10 shokang, like that it was used to call it. The paycheck, shokang check, shuguyamara.
That the pesa dundulaya, that check Samsung Goma Sera, Gomusum Gita, and Nuita did in your sang in them. It
was big with brass and silver.
The name Jugo Chu, Mosan Chu Saint de Sanda Mudu state in you. That the name Tanga Cabo, Chingawos in the Chiefs Jangurum Chigian, that the Pidge Santa Gesumia Care. Mare Molum that I got and just have a Catula Sava part young, Tanga Cabos young, Nawos in Jigor.
Molam Chimoka.
No, Molam Chimoka.
Yaruchi Karinama.
No, the Chagotam just have a cabia.
During his holiness took a degree, this one at Lhasa. During the Molam, his holiness took a degree competition.
Oh, Geshe degree.
Geshe, this one competition. There was made a special coin called Dayang.
Tanga Cabo.
Tanga. It was the fight. It's called a Tanga fight. Nako. It was totally silver made, and it was distributed during that time to the monks. It was the coin also was used.
This coin was made for
totally it was
His Holiness the Dalai Lama's Geshe degree, which is a doctorate in Tibetan.
Doctoring the scholarship.
Doctorate in Tibetan Buddhism. So you had this Tibetan money, and when you got to Chamdo, so then you went to a Chinese person to get. You gave them Tibetan money, and they gave you Chinese money in return.
The pattern like paying party raw, giving with shooting raw, positive raw, and got touch on Cabrera.
That year, tended to share to do the Ducarsana Cadet, Zaro Cadet, and Jeda, that in a Muji, Jagu, what it at Hagudu, Chingidu Macho, Nulia Zadan, the Cadet chairman did and they change him in the town.
Yeah, there we have to exchange. I know the knowledge of truth, there we exchange, but the valuations I don't have in much.
No. But there was a person who you went to exchange the money with. Like you can go and change money in India, right? Like the same thing. Like you can go and change.
Lhasa ya Lhasa yonye donzole ya nganzo pelengui de mate ma Kham and Amdo donzole ya ta tegata mena ma donye de o this muji
Yeah, this was exchange between the Tibetans, those who would like to enter the Lhasa, they take the Tibetan coins. When they go to the this one Khamba, the domestic, so they have to take Chinese coins.
Tibetan and Tibetan.
Within Tibetan, they exchange the coin.
I see. So
there is no separate exchange office or something like that.
So when you crossed the border, what the Chinese considered the border to be, how was the border? I mean, was there a post, and then you had to show documentation? What did the border, look like? Was there border patrol? Like, what was it? How was it enforced, the border?
Chamdo line take on the part, sandam sort of tirazum, chick tapet, the Kham chola, any chick that, sandam chick cheshagajora. Did you any chick and peta like and gag up and the Tachina and chick sandam sort of gate yogas on the time, chick chatted.
Or could you just sort of walk across?
And the guys can do Russian at the work Kandera.
Did it in the Riman, the Tanganzo has an amount to the time until did you gain amount on your wall? Tindes has a run in a pay. Jamil Yaguneta Lagelengu, Man Trocho, Lhasa Rane on the dinner. Nanganzo Man Trocho, the Mika, you met a lot that Anganzo did Lagena Tiro, Tina, since such a quarto name, someone control Lagelian, in a month or something.
We have to take a permission note from where there is the Chinese authority in Lhasa. We have to give the details, how many people were going, how many we are going to stay, or which station we are going to pass. Every detail we should give information, and so we have to take a permission from that and show to them, and then we are allowed to go.
And who was policing the border? Was it the People's Liberation Army? Who was policing the border?
That's some line that should that you say the key on the gun. Tanya energy bangmi khande bangmi to khande popar to khande.
Chita tamangmi janjari minima tanganzo di sugar de Chamdo ne mandu di chikten go do wal. Tene ta mige degile tan didu ya sambatsu tu yo mare. Ta dina trusener wal. Truina ya modani ni the do. Ta pajola lamga yor ta didu sambatsu tu min the dijul. O ti ka ne tene mandu ni na re ya to ni na tunzul ya ta kanje sipsi chikdo.
We have to show that this permission note at Chamdo, and next from the Dichu. The Dichu there is a bridge. It was almost to construct. Construction was going on. Still there is a lot to be constructed. So we have to cross from that by the boat or something like that. So during that time we have to show this also.
Who did you have to show this documentation to? Was it army? Was it military? Or was it police?
Tanda peta tensa jora. The gami ki pombo khan pombo re to mangmi re to.
Mangmi chanja ta dite.
All the militaries.
Sama mangmi.
What color uniform were they wearing?
Dikche khar ko do.
Mangmi dikche ra.
Dikche khar chundo.
Chundo de konzo dite sevo chukungyor.
It's almost yellowish color.
Light yellow.
Light yellow.
Okay. Did you notice any particular difference between the Tibetans living in this area and the Tibetans from your region?
Ta pela na pala kundo ene pane Lhasa ni yongwa. Lhasa yong diga na Lhasa na ngas mi yongwa ta ni chik ta Kham chola do diga na en chik Kham da ani pa Lhasa mi parola yewa so de khari khebar thong so.
Ta di khares na pena nganzo dijuk ya ta levdi ta gonda chik de juk hesan 강도 두고서 그 사제들이 재밌던데 나야 가고 싶지도 가르스나다 디둥알로 줍시러 다 첨부 말와 아니 두글로 뒤에 먼저 의제랑 권도와 근데선데 딸 해세 와와스 다 재밌게려 와와스나다 해세 보고서 근데 시거 근데선데 아니 가세 타마 된선에 가세 고즈 세야던데 사야 여 재밌고 어딘데 사서 된 건조 간조 해세게 레브로체스 ene gola karasere mila karasere dese kuranzo notebook dozo tene ene tigido ashira kabure tigido dide.
When I reached Techu, stayed for the whole day. During that period, I was looking quite active, and they feel that the Chinese authorities feel that I am from Lhasa Chinese. They feel that I am a Lhasa Chinese. They called me a Chinese Wawa. Wawa means that their communities like that.
Oh, they
So
thought he was Chinese.
Yeah, they call him and give whatever sweets and whatever eatables were there given to him and ask him to how to wash the use for a head, eye. So they try to learn from it and they just take the book and note down how to express for eye, for a head, and this was learned from me. The Chinese authorities had learned from me.
Learned what exactly?
How to speak on
Tibetan?
the Tibetan language, the Lhasa language.
Oh, Lhasa language. This is the Chinese.
Chinese was
Thought he was Chinese.
He never thought it looked like a Chinese. So they treat him very well.
Oh, they knew he was Tibetan, but he looked like Chinese, so they treated him differently. I see.
Nicely and learned from him how to speak in Tibetan language, Lhasa language.
They wanted to learn Lhasa
language, how to speak on eyes, what we call on the ear, this and that. So they learned it from him and noted down.
And the relationship between the Chinese people here in this region, in Chamdo, and the Tibetans, how was the relationship at this time? How would you describe it?
Kham chola ni kami midus lewa, kami mida khamba midus porola ni koras porola dewa khande to thongtu to chik gamaga to ate chaboda to khande to.
다 뒤걸레 스트레스 니즈 쇼시마 송한데 디도 로촌적으로 왔듯이 도나요 말에 지단 고란도 도와 대선에 가가 마가 가가래 등 먼저 배가 대선 총서래 대점게 뒤 도나스 중마선
Being a small, I never noticed much how to they sharing each other and respect each other like that. Never cared.
It's 15. Had you heard about, so we're talking about 1956, had you heard about the fighting that had started in eastern Kham between Chinese and Tibetans?
That and Chido would have got two stress to the Palakan, the Tom Touch, the Gallium do storage. Did you any further Gana and Kamba to Gana, the company, and to give you the conjuan?
Did you tang on to Miguel letting on to Rita? Did you put up the Latina that D or Casa Dege? Dege Gonjan said that I get a man to prevent that person, Shui or Dinale. That the name on to the Comata chick dinner, that dinner, all that thing in Shui Shatanda. Caressing on to Chamdo Leroy. Chamdo let you put it up for monthly tools on Chamdo. Then on to the schedule in Dubai Aman to Nindu. Chanzo Quadro Nimbus, Tang on to the Nemachi taken in Dengon Jeta, Yishunan, the little Nins, want to schedule Chundi. And a Kunini, that many are per on the ins. Conzernandel and then was that in the ins. Charanzo intimidate Rogers, near Amadeda, and Condolian, Nanini, Lhasa, Drosso, Kuni, the Vorisha, Rogers, what did you learn, Cousin? On didn't get Shui Jesha.
Yeah, when we reaching Chamdo, while coming from Chamdo, we met two campus with the young two campus, one girl and one boy. So they were planning to go to the Lhasa, and they request to us that please go to my house as we are going to the Kham. Inform to my family that we both are planning, we are both wish to go to the Lhasa, and so please give this information to my family. This was told to this by this two, one boy and girls to us. So we try to inform this to their families.
That they were going to Lhasa.
Lhasa.
Were they in a desperate situation, this boy and girl?
Kondo Lhasa tried to continue to work.
That did you caress now? That Jetanda Napchungago Sadakonda, Shipchu, she was in a pioneer, Manata, Jamin and then Jamilia Tamzita Mangotayo. In another Mang, Yung, Manda, Mangochitalia, and the Troa, as a relative. In another Jamiki Pelia, Chichu, Tangotoyate, that make it Dengos is the Netamre. Dengos, not that taken Mars Mare. That did you what and then the conductor, the Puzita, promoting Kuni, Nalia, in Jimmy Roches. That did you get conducting on the Chamdole, Mina, Conduju, Tambe, Carridor.
This year, what the term?
That this year, Conduya they can this time or something, and so did you Migachini, Conduandelia, Roches, Tata Dina, and so Nazaya, or Lamgata, Kiwere, and then Trombati, the Chimbi, the Trombatinalia. Ti tu ti ta ju ta ne pe me se kang chimbo ti so de kang ri che wo ti le so.
Yeah, during that time, because the boy girls was running, trying to escape, because since 49, this was Chinese was ill-treating and for giving it was faced by the compass. So the family also has faced such situations. So the boy and girl tried to escape to the Lhasa. This incident from the compass incident was took since 49, and so most of the people compass used to escape to the Lhasa, and so these two girl and boy was escaping to the Lhasa, and so they want to inform to the family. So they asked them to just inform as you are crossing on this route. We accept it because we have to leave. We have to stay one night over there. So it will be very better for us to share them a view and they have a get opportunity to stay in their house.
What did they tell you about what they'd seen, what they'd been through?
Ta tidu kares ne ta konzo ge ta lewe de ta nganzo lungbal ya ta jeme pe ju ta ngudus ta tinde sunde ta mige ne thoya koram mindus ta dus je thoyum ine ne ta nganzo rang mindon la se ro je tidu nganzo mige do de konzo nang de la chin de ani te de chin de nang de la ama ji du tene baba tene jemi dinge ne simcha do kares ne tangbo jemi ge karcho sna lungba dinalya当国际这个刚刚多光突出这个基因是，那啥配合就转到了讲，今年国际他刚刚点了就刚刚新卡算买个提前讲那个，卡算的算买个，今年新的工作个，今年被米交个你嘛他这浪的呢是的同志了，今年也假的，他这样子那个嘛俺大的他被同志了刚刚的，他同志刚刚的，他这样子中国工业当来呢，他同志帮不了事。So when
we are going through the day, we witnessed that the boy and the girl shared to us. When we reached their house, the father was already taken by the Chinese authority and the mummy was there. So even during that period, most of the high authority of the Tibetan was taken by the Chinese. And has faced lots of struggle sessions by this compass.
So you took the message to the mother. How did she respond to the message? That
konzo kangba toza nidor jidu de ama de wall desha dine ngandole de kangba chembo do kangba chuan do na mase kangba jegu che ju metro tang tende je changa de mde de nganzo desa kangba je ya so kranzo wall ama de jugo mi mindu togal ya jami de karo stu de nganzo na la ge ke yor bata kesan ke de konzo ten se go ta kora dire di mari ke sikji sig mindu nganzo le ane amadeliyata nganzo mi jemba sum yore ta konzo ta tawa che ke jero sene ya jemi ge karche yong sam thokbar je ta nga de de chung ju ri ro lo ji phi ta chron dus che je dus lab sho stinde se to dus te nga do ga che te nga amadel lab ne ta chran buddha pomani dus chamdo ne tu so dinde jin inji mi de ro che se to chung na nganzo yong go ya ta dinde yin ene bodhi ni da pomadi ni ne ene ke semde ko ya mindus Kunidus Lhasa, Dos Lavroches, Sigdus, Dos Lente, Tanimal Hasala, Tanda, Takanderjio, Tuzu, Tamigel Besinko Dorba, Tanimal Hasala, Yaman, and Sera, Tanda, Keke, Mass living at the
Now, when we reached at the house, to that mother area, there is a quite big house was quite big. Mother was allowed to stay in the lowest house, and there is in that house on the top floor, even there was the Chinese authorities, people were staying over there. So when we reached out that house, we just went in that house, and then Chinese authority came. We showed the permission letter, and they just said that they did not give any problem to us. So we, along with our few people, we decided how to share to the mother this information. So the elder was said that it's better you go because you are the youngest. They will not feel any something like that. So I decided and I went to the mother and said that I met this son and daughter. So I met them in Chamdo and they're planning to go to the Lhasa and they are very safety, nothing to worry. Then the mother said immediately, then how traditions in Lhasa? Here there are lots of violations going on. And I said, then Lhasa is normally as normal. There was nothing problem in Lhasa. She was quite surprised and something feeling was going on.
And what happened then?
Tene ta kunzo nal ngema yokuchi da yongmuchi do nang delia. Ta ani yokuchi da yongmu de tane sonde ta chira yoku yin chira yongmu yin se yoma ras tungu kunde ta le se de changman danyam res mire. Ta trine son chinzu dinal lokate ene dinal yokuchi bas. Ta kanje chala de ma sona changma be ko se dandar gyap. Yoku ta yongmu ta ta trine sonde che jindare che yokure se yoma res. Sanyin chiran jindal keje she chog maras jinda yins labai chog maras what did
the she pal thon wa
mare ti she cha cha dingene yobu yom tang cha cha ngam le ti no aman de mention min du chan tini nima ta kwa re ta mi ge thang de ya tini khugu sig du ta ngadi ji ge min du ta manzo de nima dinje de yong tu na de tar ja ma mon de chu ne ta ba bi ge chong du chog dol chong du cho ne ni dina ya ta ngema ge mi 총바체 탐진 수수다 가르소리 쪼벌레 가르다 직 독종 가르다 요래 에는 총바디나 락자 가르 요래 딱 가르 요래 에는 돈주 창만 되기도 돈주 창만 되는 당벌 락자 되게 창만 두고도 에는 뒤름보다 그때 이나 돈주 연제 바뒤 되네 다미 단당의 공시원의 시를 미 쪼버 돈주 방고스레 돈주 약 꼬셔도 되네 콘주 중에 마직 제레 매제로 콘줄 디 요래 단데레 요래 Manda dendero chang kundu buse jam tene kundulia tamje ta Tibet kuchudo.
During that day I stayed 7 days in that area. So I witnessed that Chinese authority calls the lower people, the beggar peoples, and he tried to inquiry from them that how these families was, how many animals they have, how many proper they have, how many weapons they have. Try to inquire as much from them and the beggars, and they feel this is a great opportunity for them, and they try to inform as much their knowledge to the Chinese authority. So due to that information, Chinese authority comes and take it from the family, the belongings, whatever they have, they automatically they know they have the knowledge, so they take it away from them. And there was all the beggars and all were given very much encouraged by the Chinese, and they were very
enthusiastic to share information about the
wealthy and whatever the area of the peoples to the Chinese authority, so you can get them proper information to them.
Did you witness any Tanzan sessions then?
다 컨트롤 미게 안도 시라티르다 도서요 말waltan 미게 탕딜이야 군주 다점마모 주네 어딜이야 다 저들는 저 어딘데를 맞죠 너스 답에 즉 동바다 된데다 미게 토마선 다 이나 어딜 따와를 탐지 당기 요레스 다 군주 셰디도
탄데들 다점 먹는 거로
다저 지그란 저고도 당보마문 이네 어딜에 다 총 전부 재미 마다들이도 다저도 이는 어디 손에 다가랑라 이는 손도 손에 인 뒤돌 그 가르제 어딘데 제제제다 탐제 타야 되네지서 근데 가셔 제가 낭 그런 다 미겔 다 직접이 탐제 당기 여바다 주주 당기 여바 하고도 가셔 골락자하고 여바다 던도 되네 릴야 친 대 갈래 알해설야 두슬레로
so I witnessed means and I have not been nearby. I saw there was a ground where this struggle session was taken. There's the big flag of the red flag was put it on that, and all were called them, and this was taken frequently and witnessed from the far away. So when this Chinese authorities used to come and what the information had, those who had the weapons, this and that, though they take the weapons and belongings, and the high authority of the Tibetans tried to run away to the Lhasa. They started running to the Lhasas like that.
Did any Tibetans try to once they knew you were from near Lhasa, and you were from Lhasa, you'd come from Lhasa. Did they ever try to give you information to take to the Tibetan government about what was happening in this area?
That palake and the Lhasa Nyo Ra. Lhasa Nyo, that come like today, Sundu, Mamma, the Ganges Teddy Ra. And today, they can this Sundu, did the dogs and any chick, Lhasa, the mother, late says about that. Today, they do the kitchen and the shaking the Jones.
That's how I need Chungyo Mare. Sedang untuk that Yakabia, Chig that Jamie Langas and that you must sing at Tony Ale to your Master Yakabia, that telephone, Sera, Lacto, cover, say, and the cake, Yomarwa. The needs to create this into cover.
The Palikura energy taker doesn't use the gun again, that's a lake hero cheese, come a big town, come a bit to the Kashim there.
Oh, Candes, many I on the L.
The Palikura
come near I on the L.
Lhasa Amdo Kataka comes from there, and come and Suduma with the hard and didn't need to the any come into the Lhasa like and Palikura and Sherochina and Geroch in the case.
A dear Kavare, dear Nayal has a lawyer on Yamarwal. Mammy gave her dead in your one. Tang a lawyer near a chain and the Kashangalia Laico Sura and give put it up on the Naman to do concern now Lanko. Tang I gave my dead in it and the Lanko came.
As I was settled there for that time being there, and I was not returning back to the Lhasa. So no one tried to share me all this to and give it information to the Lhasa high authority or like that.
You settled there 7 days though, just 1 week. That's a short time.
I have the chicks there.
No.
And didn't have here.
That the name and so that in a Chalad in the Mango Yorval, that in a came out in the ledger, that the name and so Ya Karasora Zajuka said in a Kachi would to sustain.
The Kajama.
That the Makamol Mare, that better tapete, the short
comes to
the Mar. Shortil Amdong Kigger, Shortil, that was into Kigger alone.
Other chicks should have come to come.
Tanda Zajukas, Yatsetine, Tilia, Kachibudo sister. Gabas said in the middle, there's what is it?
Still I left from the Kham to Jajuka and
Chikudo.
Chikutong and Yachu. From that, even I went more to the Kham side. Going back to the Lhasa. I went back even to the Kham side where there is Jajuka and other villages like that. Nearby Amdo also.
So can you tell us what else you saw in terms of the policies that were being implemented by the Chinese? What effects of these policies did you see on the Tibetan people?
Da Tibetan ke come on the ma do the kind of Gemiki Institute Mandawa Kari Papa come to Karichito and Karikari say Kachitu.
Sedang untuk tak Miguel yang the Congo Nation, tak untuk Miguel ya otak Dengos in the Nimadin, then that Tanda Kong the Shiv Derade, then that in a Langalia Chene, any Gemi, Cheda, the Nea Juju Ketangimindu, Salkare, Chigo Dodon, the Niman Nation retreated. Kege Delia, Chig Jamege, Kunzu Jujutan, Nizu Mandata, Chig Kunzu Tinde Kege Mindu, Jami Yoyor, Jamiga Royor, Chigudo said that they shook Chamber, that did Kege Chig Karsor Sinjant and the Kiamindu.
Yeah, when I was going more towards the Kham side, there was no any struggle session faced by these people. There was a little more peaceful to that areas. There is a lot of Chinese, but there is no any problem faced by this all people.
When you saw the difficulties that were being faced by the Tibetans, in the Chamdo, were you surprised by what you saw? Was this completely new information for you?
Tanda pedana sondam Lhasa ne dus ma yo Chamdo ne dus ma hafta chis pala dera and dela any papa mambochi kang che de gora da and jingur tawa so da mambochi de and dingela and de thomo yo de and thokja ko ja pala kyu ko sora khade se keso
제단다 가르소라 당아 로춘주리 시라시라가 디갈이야 삼로 시라고 문도 제단가 데밀 코라 로 쭉지 중니도 반에 짠 거기면 가르스는 거는 미릭 저기요 말에 제단게 다 단도 삼는 땅인데 디디 아게 데밀 마가가 남지 땅 거를 제사 삼사 해설 다 데밀 강받은데 망고 여러분 당은도 쇼가 나부진 데밀 강받은데 세고로 도시 잡아라 소같은데 니 이게 단 로게 드니 도절에 셰도도 도시오제 다 삼로 땅데 신에 다직 겸일 마가베 남주 된다 먹어를 제사 삼삼하죠. 뒤급로 손아서 개 맞죠.
Yeah, during that Chinese Tibetan people was struggling, I never felt much any to them because I was too young to feel any such like that. Especially, I don't like Chinese people because when I'm in Lhasa, I used to give as much problem to these Chinese people, just breaking the windows and other unnecessary problems. I used to create them. I feel this is a great opportunity to oppose to the Chinese people like that.
What opportunity?
Breaking the Chinese
breaking the windows.
And giving as much a problem.
This is when you were a monk.
And did you Yeah, being a monk.
지난 점이 당부 벌레 알려서는 알레 배급이야. 오늘 당한도 퍼버러. 퍼버 인도다 가르소래. 퍼벌이야 다 지금 선배날이야 다 정보름 저 투지 거린이야. 남도 닝지신이 되요인데 당부 그래서야 되면 도저인데 다 도저히 캐니 용으로 도스. 근데 카돈서 강가 마차 도저히 레레케 잠바르고 준주제 대사고죠 요절이야 다시랑 로만도 멘다 되는 거죠. 녀데 뒤도 먼저 보고 준주를 지내는 다 세야 삼로를 지내는데 세조조로 지르셔야 되도.
When starting Chinese arriving in Lhasa, they were looking very tireless, with heavy luggage and few tsampas. Being a Buddhism, we always try to treat them very kindful and helpful to them. If during that period we have given a problem to the Chinese, I don't think now this problem have to be faced.
But then he said that, so how did it go from that situation to him feeling so bad towards them that he wanted to break their windows? What changed in his mind, in his attitude to the Chinese? Why did his attitude change from sympathy to feeling that really not liking them?
Because of the different races, they don't like it with the Chinese people.
Could you ask him the question?
Yeah, before he said to me this, because I don't like, because they are the different community or different race and like that. So I don't like the Chinese people on this. Not being a Tibetan.
Did you have any bad experience with Chinese people in Lhasa?
Did you tamble shinny lay on San Ning Jessia, Janjamus, Meganga, Ninji, Takoran, Tulo, Tunzuka, Samdo, Regicontina, Timber, Tunzuka, Kaganga Mathead in Janjamus, Lumbuda, there's a high Tosetic Dangi or Morocco. Then they get some Ninji as a regiment of Coliati, Drama de Senya, the Coron, that's all in Yoma, did you want to focus into in that in the 10 days?
When starting the Chinese came to Lhasa, they were very tireless with looking very poor. People feel very pity and feel very.
Repeated what he said before. He
so
just repeated it.
Like that. We feel nothing. We feel like to treat them very badly. We look always forward to them doing something help. Because they are stranger, due to climate, they have faced lots of problems. We always look to them, anything needful to be done. We never thought this stranger will do something like that.
Okay, so, but you didn't feel this way. You didn't feel sympathy towards them.
카도도 강갑 마차 개지도 닝지 제를 당한도 지금도 보고 천조를 되다 만족에 닝지로 이제 하고 제라스게 뭐네 되게 미지니 배차네 닝지로 이제 개무도 현다 개게 이나 저 달해서 로카시 치니 요네 되게 대대는 막아버는 주되는 게 단도 공시오는 신 군도 강발이야 도시가로 다 대체로 보고 대체 정수.
Starting when the Chinese arrived, I too also felt very pity because we thought the Buddhism thought looking to the towards who was very ill or something poor, I felt. Later when they settled down for a last few months or few years, they were more something, so I disliked them, their attitudes and disliked because of the race and everything. So I tried to give as much problem, breaking windows, this and that.
So initially you felt sympathy for them, And later you felt such animosity that you actually wanted to damage their property. So was the only reason that you wanted to damage their property was because they were different to you?
다 당보 내가는 인지께와 디 슈란 딱지 게메도 통화단 지게 메릭 만다 진가는 직다 고도 가 도슈 데 치드가는 에직 메릭 만다 직다 마시게 믹스 고도 독자 시슈 개야마가
다 디갑려다 먼저 지금 메릭 만다 인디 대점마셔다 콘저가 가르쳐치다 먼저 별 전제 제여봤다 지금 대점 먼저 시라 도나스요 말어
only because of the race, because we never thought that their policy was so bad, they are going to happen such, just because of the different race. So I did it all this.
Okay, but there's a difference between race and policy. You just used the word policy.
Because
That's a completely different thing
not
to race, right?
Different of the race. I never thought that they have a bad policy in the bad word. Never thought that they have such a policy after they're going to do this or that.
So what policies were you upset about?
Means
You said you never thought they were going to institute such policies. So what policies were you upset about?
means that they're capturing the nation or giving a problem to the Tibetan in Lhasa later on. I never thought Chinese will come settle slowly.
But this was earlier. When was he breaking the windows? What?
예, Lhasa 라인에 찍다 개미도 랩치도 지금 국제 가수 생각들이.
디디 답지 저동 국자 따텐데 메시지 민도 달라온 다 재미 당고 용도 피치 다 저동 국자 맞죠 많이 스토어면도 답지
It might be 52 or something like that. Approximately.
텐데 시에민도
Not sure.
Okay.
근데 선도다 재미 당고 레벨 디 간데 사고 쓰스나다 먼저 간데 데어레 디디 간데 콤바 다 간데 콤바디 베리간 요레 디디다 미기 탕데 마다 재미 세지기 도스 두고도 알다 디디 먼저 토가 들이야 탄다 킹을 묻히지요 킹수레 아니 콩거디 페나 파츠 근데 피디 내 찬데도 시지제 먼저 샤데 와드레 什么情况你也不熟能力，我都这些，听，也不晓得他们在也不晓得呢，把都是这些，前边呢，他那什么这都是没那么是有的，是，但像过去几月份这地里江西人过去了，那天我的练习的算是，地练这都是有的，今年他们家他也不出嘛算，今年这个人家的广大干的了领过几片。 되게 권다라는 신 패칭 소디 띠띵아 점일레비 당부 패선 다 마신이 간다는 말도 돼 세브로 같은 데 스팅 것도
I witnessed that starting when Chinese came, that when I was in a monastery in Gaden, I was monk in Gaden. There was one Kensur Kempo Aboto. He was always used to go around with the Gaden. Round. So I usually when I meet him, I try to get a blessing from him. So on that time when he was crossing, he asked me to get this one lens binoculars from his room, and he just took that and just saw it that he looked at a lot of Chinese coming inside. Few Chinese are coming inside the Lhasa. So he said this is not a good sign. And on the same night, the Kembu was expired.
He died that night.
He died. On the same night, he was died. He was dead. That was a sign first when Chinese I witnessed.
So when you went to break the windows, was it people's houses or was it shops, the windows that you were breaking?
Gamila and Palakaki given the chart, the coming the stairway. And Yengi, Nima, Mimanda, and Gamikoraski for a country chido.
말을 때티 콘도게 통요 말월 당은저 몰롱 초도 그때 쇼가 가버는 쇼도 가버 두르월 가버도 때 몰롱 가버 쇼도 저 갑이야 다 도수고 얼마서 미마다 된데 때문에 통야 된데 말 통나당 쇼니고 말어 왔다 뒤걸이야.
Yeah, while I was breaking the window, it was early morning when we have to go to attend the Molam prayer. So early in the morning, no one witnessed how it breaks and that. We are not so dare to break in front of any people or this and that. So just hiding from the early in the morning, I broke some windows like that.
Was it shops or houses? Homes or shops?
That the given chaksa java.
그런
The kangbar thongare kare.
강벌 그런
It's a
데서
It was a residence. And was it with a stone? Used a stone?
도시
Yeah, with stone is throw the stone.
And what policies or actions of the Chinese were you upset about?
That gamile gami yorwa. Gami gen chik situation nga ta tidu komshi ko ge anchik dukja de chobot maga ge ko chobot dukja da de ke de tidu kala.
디디컬 되면 당고 레서 레벨 같이 개개개 독자요 말까 빼면서 닝적으로 야고 단 메시를 내가 거나래 가리나 군도 다양한 잔자 대셔거로 메시인데 뭐를 막아지 여러와 요 말와 땅을 막아 매디 상매 재미 야고 도스니스르지 당고 단도 딘데르죠 내가 거기나 도바 파도 제가 도에나 당라라에나 강가 군도 다양한 잔자 대여와 당고 독자 자원인 제요 말
Starting Chinese came, they treated very good to us because whatever they give works, they pay huge amount of money. So all looking who don't care after the money. So when they giving so huge amount of the money, they all feel very good to the Chinese people and they love much to the Chinese like that. Understood?
When you love somebody, you usually don't break their windows.
Not himself, locally people.
I know, but my question was not about what other people thought, but what you thought. What policies or actions of the Chinese were you upset about so much to the point that you wanted to break their windows? You don't break people's windows unless you're upset, yeah?
당보 윤도 계절을 다 던졌다 단디 네 지원자 세한테 다 로카시에 침대 쉬고를 때문에 회사를 알려니 다 재미때 도로 당게 어렸는데 이내내 짜외 당은 저 가르소래 땅에 땅도 뒤뒤 찾아 먼저 하고요 말이야 다 근데 마가 왜는지 제제다 됐어요.
Yeah, that was when starting Chinese came and it was not that. Later on, the way of they treated little worse, and so I felt because of the different race and that I tried to oppose just this is other something people or something nation or something like that with the difference. So I take this opportunity to break them windows like that.
Okay.
Nothing special opposed on that.
Okay. What did you see happening in Lhasa? What did you see happening in Lhasa?
When?
Anytime. He can talk about anything he saw.
Lhasa, I think mistake any correct any change or
The effect of the Chinese.
Gabi any mistake in the change or correct in palak tong.
안차단다 네 등에 건수거들 당아 로집스도 되마 감을 마치 말월 텔레살다디 버르데 가르카르체 메딩이 차단시에 말인가 미네마 감을 대대로 로스 숨지가 감을 먹게 되버래 다드네야 다 등기 건수거는 같이고도 쓰스는 건도 다와직지 안데네야 조바도 델레선 드네 다와직지 쓰는 데는 건도야 단 조건을 줘야 다 조건스 다 벌이야 자첨부 수요일 단 드네 게르게 예수 때마마마 장주 때마마마 세로 답베 다와 거런도서 답베 조건전제래 어디나 다 조건전제를 때 벤저 야고 럴로 야고 다 벤저 연하면 럴로 심제를 발다고 애는 군도 강가 쳤음 전부인데 너 먼저 다 비디오로서 때왔다 예수 매마세 디나를 다 드네 아침에
Yeah. After I started when the age of 40 when I left Lhasa, I never returned back because after that I continuously went to the Kham side with my
You stayed there.
I stayed there 3 years. I stayed in Kham, and later on myself and teacher went to the nomad area.
Oh, really?
Nomad area because they are very religious people. So we can have lots of contribution from them. So we used to go from the nomad area. There is a lot of animals and this one. So they give lots of contribution. It took many months to cover it to that.
Were there, I mean, was this quite common, this practice of Budu, traveling around and fundraising? Was this quite a common practice?
Tanda petana enchik Budu la chik shedet duya jo, ta chik gombala chik duya jo no. Di chitangi nam gyudi ngemana chik tarsus chimbu jo re, gomba pe chik se der duwa re.
Tati gomba pe chik sinane, ta kashe kashe man cho duwa mare. Kande ne ta Chamdo ne duwa, Shazi ne duwa, yang kamze dire tonyer. Sera ina sera cheda mege dire tonyer. Ta ina ne di lungba te kakal duwa. Mangche ta kashe golo amto nal tuwa duwa.
And this is almost common, all the monasteries, they go to the different areas they have. Then you have to go to get these collections and these all these contributions to the monastery.
And how did it work? Like when you arrived in an area, what did you do? Did you go house to house, tent to tent? Like what?
다 단대배나 신대 돼야 되는데 그래. 동반도 동서들레도 간에 정말 두어래. 아니 간데 간데시는 그 지디도 부디스 두어래.
안라데 따티 그래 부디스인 따 문에마 망체데 족변날 두어. 족변날 곰바 요 말에. 다 직접된 진행된데 요 말에. 근데 선데 다 간도 드네마 비디오 조년도 다 타사카 간데 있는 미싱아 조디응 가제 있는 다 정바직들 내다로 때와 대서로체 ene tezal sanyi nge zal yongro koyo zal yongro sinya ro kora ta de side yang soga re na ya ji jong ju du de yor de na ta tene yang shinda soga de ran ro go juna ta kora ta be ma jo si si kora ta sanyi nge za yongro koyo za yongro sinya jan jan ma sho ji sha den je so da jin de ma ra be du nge za wa ni ni yo ma re o din de la
When we go to the nomad area, there is no any proper temples or monastery like that over there. So any prayer sessions which we had, we go to the one of the related, one of the have a long relation with them. We go and stay there, and we are always very busy because that area there is no monk. So we have almost 4 to 5 monks together to collect this Buddha. So we are very busy or the schedules of doing any special ceremony, prayer ceremony, because normally they have no monks in that area. So there is we are very busy at that, and during that busy we get lots of contributions from that normal people.
So that you do lots of different pujas and things.
Yeah, he have to do puja ceremony to every house where they're called, every house where they're called to do these prayers and pujas to them.
So what were some of the most important things you felt that you learned during this journey?
다 배단에 계게 지금 독사다 데말라 엔치다 보주스게 시다 두가 두로 디디가네 믹스에게 엔 가레가레 엔치게 다 망고질 중마 망고 잡도 도로다 통서 망고 엔 디디 엔 가레가레 만다와도 통서 반대와
지난다 만다 시험을 다 조금 그런 지종 리지레 조거든도 빼다 그런 선전 그런 때인데다 강바 요 말에 계게 요 말에 다 받은데다 간제 조건 생인데 간제 상만 선전 때인데 ngema da jami male bol male ko ina teje da simje ran ten de besre da simje ge pa kwa de ge dulo kha ya je sa ya de tne shoda homa da sha da ta ga ran be cho chura ma de ran ya cho je de ni jan jan de 근데 선도 조거 돈줄 양원에 전에 심제 배 편춤 쉬고 잠깐 마대 되는데 요렇다 배 항상 그렇다 두바 배 뻥리 짠자래 지거 배 조거나리 같은 배 드네야 따따 이슈스니 두바나리나 배 도도도 종고서 키우스나라고 말배 빵거런데 근데 그 롱바다 끼고 제거던데 요래
In the nomad area, it's a very beautiful view. It's very rare to find even a single stone over there. It's already loaded with grass and every green full over there. So even all the nomad family has a huge animal which is uncountable. We cannot count them. So they have such, and there is all the nomad people depend on only animals. They take their meats, their milk, their cheese, and the skins are used for the dresses. And means nomads is the 90% depends on the animals' daily life. So it's means a very beautiful environment during that period. You don't find even a single stone during that in that nomad areas.
So did you live with them in their tents?
And palake the kurna la dengwe.
먼저 다 미게 되도 kurna ran there losum de there kurkurana there
have to stay in the tent. There is no any others because normal nomads use only tent. There is no any house built for them.
Yes. So did you enjoy that?
They kuna dedu kana mixte ke ne kare chi katoda chi due kangwana tan kudu dedu.
군랑 대대 빼기고요래. 가르스는 먼저 미네마다 벌이야 차바 단다 땅그랬대. 차바도 야간은 신들이 숙천보다 든데땅 말와 습세 습단데더니 마 군랑도 녀데더니 마 차바 습스레 동부가 세월을 레몽에. 근데서 빼기고 아니 야용 강가다 지 빵다 매도다 디스를 짠자로 아니 배 롱장만 추장만 강가야본데 빼기고요다. 항상 단단한 주도 삼럽고인데 사자든데 제가 레나 삼산로 든데 정도.
In nomad area is a very beautiful area with surrounded with green and some flowers. Even during that time, if it rains, of course, rainy was there. It's not so strong was of course. It was like a drizzle, and we enjoyed that drizzle raining under the tent, and we had the voice of the tent. I feel still
The sound of the rain.
sound of the rain, and I feel this would be again. I get the opportunity to go and have such scene back to the nomad area in Tibet.
Did you feel that the nomad's life was a very pure life, a pure kind of life?
That dropage any chick to setanda, the Mr. Jodachi Ketanjura, the candidate to the injured to one area Ketan some to.
다 저거게 제단 민수스 다 저기 소화계단 가가가가로 미 신과이네 신과기다 답전에 소화제고 저거 있는 저거 거라인데 다 제단 먼저 별이야 다 도시지 군가 강 첨보다 근데 숙첨보다 미는 이 심제 편첨보다 도시제 인가 첨보지 여러면서 심면서 단 저거에 때문에 기부다 근데 야고를 생것도
Yeah, I feel that nomad people live very happily and the best way. But sometimes when the heavy snowfall comes, and lots of animals die because of the land of grass or any vegetables to the animals. So they face huge problems to the nomad. Except then the nomad lives are very beautiful and remembers a lot.
How did they treat you?
다 any dropper then but any cake any photo the shendep ta gombato molam jata shabde chiro and kondu any kena bala khande tong chino shelo
당 한절이야 가르스나 뱀미세 톤 첨부지 그래 제단 타바다 메네마다 고마 신다게 타바던데 요르다 카모네 야 용서 이내네 당 한절 타세나니 용서지로 봐 근데레데 믹세가 당아 뒤도 로중조레데 다 미게 카모 타바지기는 두 대베네 대행깔 콘 공로 토다 근데 가운데 슈그르데 디 슈그 말은 간도 자서 어디 가운데 대주그르 근데 돈 첨부요
they are respected a lot because we are from the big monastery. So we come from big monastery. If those that come in a Kham, there is a monk. They are not from the big monastery. So we are treated more respect than the local people of the local monk in a Kham. If though they are elder, we are asked to step forward, or we are given more respect, or everything was given because we are come from the big monasteries instead of from a small monastery.
The big monastery being...
That respected more.
Which monastery?
At the Gaden,
From Gaden yeah. And so you traveled around these regions for 3 years, yeah? So do you want to tell us anything else about what you saw during that time?
Losum Zasaji, the Kham short the Malani, the Buddhist, the game of the time, Tawamamunya Perwa. And then mix and the Tolanity, Kandekar tones of that, the Shabdeche, and the Mambeke, and she drop out to Sada, Tunda, and the Kodaki Chansa, Shea, Shabrota, and she didn't need to Tola, mix again, she did again, Yamu did the Tonsa.
That when I Jeda, check Sayat in Sergeant Jire. And then that Konzogati Yaga Yanko Sans, a chick soya of Giore. Juya within that. No, Mandata Cosans, the duck, Manto Netwayaji, thank you, your Waltayaga Tujita Rudinde. Teacher of Chicta Conso dead cigarette that didn't turn any Jindur Tajos tire within the Mandasaga tire within the ticket, Lord Manda, your dam Mandata, Kanja Drovena, Pugu, Fuji Kevina, Tiki Kala in Snamja Manda renewal, Conso Luxurita. Mandata did it gentle of the sugar. That the song under those tattoo treating within the those time Donia shoes tongue. In an amount of them unto gentle of the cigar, Zingia that we have said to tell your marity. 이내네 어디도 가면을다 부급 직계수는 부직계수는 뒤깔에 인세 따지기 유인벌에 민주적으로 만들지 뉴그리 남자 부급 뒤깔에 인세
단다 빼는 것도 트위기 단다르기 단치로와 이 가서 신가데 여마로와 이렇게 있어도 진짜 가서 가래
답이지
진짜 나오고
dimbe난도 키르메도 다 건서 빵자냐로와 다 조사 그런 빵자냐래 아니 딜룽바 그런 거다 데디게 고바든데 여러바든데 아니 딜이야다 안게 당니래 뜨니 저기 안게 당보든들이야 딱 예녀로 안게 단니버든들이야 아니 저기 야로든데 다 든데 글록스든데 여다 누란든데 자와니 요마르다미게
during I stayed in nomad area during the month of May or something like that. During that, they used to have a gatherings festival like horse racing, shootings, and all this was taken. It was the governor of that area used to attend there, and the prize was distributed according to the first, second, third. Example, first come first, he will have a horse. Second will get a yak, and third and something animals. There is no money, currency was used in that area. Example, in nomad area, those baby born, a boy born, has the facility. One rifle was, if the family has born a boy, they used to give him a rifle and a knife. This is something traditional for the men. That as this nomad life it need all this facility. So when a new boy is born, automatically the family has to contribute. So you have to give something to that boy. And if the poor, they can give it. And the old one, if they are rich, they have to give new rifles, and all this tradition was there in nomadic people.
The horse racing area, was that Litang? Was that Litang?
다디 가발레 땡그리 야 롱바 초초초든데 여러발 가세 다카 니숨 딘데 코란 루르센다 소든데 다이 베나 이슈 때만 있네 이슈 때마스 이슈 매만 있나 매마스 게제 있네 게제스인데 장주 있는 장주 다 전체 상말 딘데 루스
different parts like a call like gerke and all Shimba Kaware?
Tsangyu se,
Tsangyu and different parts of the place that
Yarasinde, Yishu Lumba that in the road.
They have different parts of the nomad life, there's a difference.
No. The horse festival, was that in Litang? The horse festival that you described? Was that in Litang?
The Targu Tansa Jora, the Kavala and the Litana Marwa. It was occurred in a nomad area. Litang is not nomad area. It is in Kham area.
I see.
It's a nomad area where the horse races occur.
There's no nomads in Kham?
Kham Chola, any shade in the Dropa the Amara.
Come on, Lata, Dropa Yoda, you're the young Kashi Simba in your Dropa in your dinner.
Both nomad and farmer both were there. Not only nomads were there in Kham. Beside the Kham, there is a lot of nomads area over there.
He's talking about Amdo, maybe more.
Doxa Jora.
Doxa Teo Tita, Amdo Naliore, Tini, and then said that the Tessa, the issue Tema, Mama, Gije, Tema, Mama, Sanju, Tema, what is the Sama Dropa Remission? Come on, Dropa doesn't care.
Let's come and most from the Amdo side.
So you felt this was quite a romantic life, I'm getting the feeling, yeah?
That Doxa Demo, Dropa Demo, and chick Lumba the videos, and now giving you all that chick not told to Tomera.
Yago, Kunzo Kagarata, Kovatin and Society, Mandateke, and then parts of Kovadrogan and Sayatuya Kegomare. Forward the Ambarnalu, Takoran, Monshango, Mare Pajo, the Trocosina, Dina, Done, and it's Kovaduni by Ashos, Kunzo Dilia, that Chasre, that you must shagere, and then Dundelia, Churati da Madi shagere, and then Madi Galia Chura did Z, Tangan to pass every nation. What this said, Sugar Sreta or Master Oditum, this was a Govato and Andromasho, parts of Sayatoya K, the Kegachumari.
In a nomad life, whenever you go to across anywhere, there is no need to take any food or anything. Just take a bowl inside the chupa and take the gun, and you can wherever reach the time of the food, we can stay there. They welcome very oftenly, and they give whatever the fooding they need, samba, chura, or anything that, and you can have that and just go on the other place. So wherever reach, there is no problem of the food and anything. Wherever reach, everyone welcomes each other like that. There is no problem of carrying, belonging with clothes, this food and everything.
Because this will be provided for you.
Invited for very this one.
I have a feeling you have the heart of a nomad.
But I any chick, the net tongue that they can so chick drop day na some of the sort of the key there.
지당아 저거 이나선 초월한다 기금인데 지당 저거는 저기 딱지 여러 조사로 때 야고도 왔다로 쓰든지 소소 녀변인데 이나면서 당도 받침비는 주세를 말어 건다 야만 내장야로 그 야로 요담에 하고 말아 되고 좀 담이게 그 뭐셔버 고마르게 간제 저거 대유는 디나 치는 되게 좋았다.
Nomad lives are very respectful because here if you want to go to a stranger in the house, no, they may welcome or they may whatever. There is no any person, a stranger or anything can go to any house and get any facilities what they need, food and everything. They're feeling their attitude was so generous and happily
open.
and something specialist to them.
So this was different to your village where you grow up. People didn't act this way.
Tapala di ke and Lhasa the pair and the Yungura. Di got any panepala and chick meet the day on the petana, Patu Doch and any Kalat and the Tanadoxa and Sacho Tunchura, and Panepala is the decay Yonamena.
고마나.
At the pen Hasa and the Kamcho the dinner.
지당 다르 딱 감초다 레상어도 봐니 다 야면에 소소 빙빙자인데 야면에 소소 모션브레는 사장 주진 사이트를 주로 현단날이야다 사주조 통주조 요 말고 미문 엄마시는 야지 치면 알레네 지금 말어 나데 대주로 나 직대로스는 가제다 테로스 레비는 테시그르마시신 근데 게요 말어.
Yeah, except in nomad, other in the Lhasa or in a Kham side, they only related or known people can go. Unknown people, no one will accept him to share this. Only in a nomad life this was used to occur. Yeah.
So if I was a stranger in your village and I wanted to go, if I was hungry, you wouldn't.
Yeah, they give. If you ask them to give, they may give, but not openly go and just sit. They welcome you like that.
They wouldn't.
If you are in nomad area, just go and just say that they welcome you very happily and give you whatever it is. But in the other areas, they may inquiry everything and then only what you ask for them, they may give it just and say go away. Not there's a lot of difference between the nomad life and the day way.
So then, is there anything else you want to tell us?
Any eta pedana dishul any eta kandarik any doxala lost almost there one. Dishul any karina na palaya.
당한저 문에 전에 제비나 담게 로 시즈대 체시를 담보. 근데 망체들 로 시즈대네 근데 야요네 담이게 가르충이나 데 감정이나 자산이나 될이야 동고단게 저 근데 디인조로 가서 샤야이나 다 직두스피야 다 루스트네 요르다. 근데 선데 당한저 가르스나 로스네 야 로용주 케어 가르스나 다 재미게 데 뭐중아 텔로라 근데 베제 메네야 단다 그냥 단다 가서 지구도세 때 띵을 개개요만 가지고도세 딘들다 오당에 콘디시브나 신 주주단네 그냥 주주단 근데 다 도가나리야 야 미게 미도저 야 배운 거 담게 주주단도 때문에 또부터 감죠 감죠 됐단데 때는 먼저 다 남가데 때냐 키고로 쪽사드냐 다 의리오년도 심제 대오냐 강가다 랑가 중람도 되네 기고 된다디 가르서를 깨져드네 고용데 되는 먼저 탑자가 졌더니 야야야 배움 다 배움 그래 간제 때문에.
Yeah, when we have to stay for 4 years in the nomad area for these collections, but from the Kham side where they were badly treated by the Chinese, those Khams are running away route to the nomad to Lhasa side. So we heard this and known this. We also start escaping from nomad to back to the Lhasa.
You went back to Lhasa.
Lhasa. And Lhasa
저 당한주 문에 달래서 문에 표현데 당한주 콤바전 잔자용아래 다다다 심제든데 야다든데 다 대르든데 다 리치 로총한데 다 사초고 말어 미게디 그래서 로첨보든데 대용비는 근데 다 로충마에 끼쳐져서 로니 숨지 침베든데 심제 제보 때문에 충만 잔자 대용으로 다 이제 먼저 주주지 대여든데 중 아니 야 주주지 여러 아니 먼저 로바든데 망보여다 뒤 갑리야다 저번 저그 피제 개만 이제도 열었다 뒤 단다 되게도 왔단다 저번 세단데 이게요 비리시 control다 다들 다 야다 제 이제도 딱 먼저 먼저 드네 보여는데 망보 쉬워져다 세라 제게 비디오 열디디 다 드네 다 야연데 먼저 남갈야 다와 내살래데거든 다와 지다니면 니숑고스 다 제단 제비는 먼저 주버데 쇼게 주저 나바 주드네 야람비는 다 주저 주바 때바 되기랬다 심제 짜사고로 왔다 다 되게 먼저 피제 건다 주저 시버즈부터 용거다 이내네 랑갈 다 다와치다 니만 니쇼질 거 그래서
Yeah, when so while we escaping from this nomad area to the Lhasa, it took almost 1.5 years to cover it. Dawachik char 1.5 month. Sorry, 1.5 month it took because we have to walk. Go through the walk by foot. We have to go by foot, not with animals, because all the belongings, the contribution was carried with us along with this one yak and tree and all that was taken with us to the monastery. We are floated, but due to some yaks and trees was too old, it's very hard them to come to the Lhasa area. So we have used to exchange the elder one, give it back to them, and take the little younger one who can travel throughout the Lhasa. So we take the younger yak and the younger tree and along with us. And so during that crossing on the way, 1.5 month period, there were even other from the monasteries who went for this collection. We met each other and we were on the way to gather to the Lhasa.
Why did you use the word escaping? Why did you use that word escaping? What were you escaping? What were you running from?
Because rest of the Khampas who were coming, running, escaping from Khampa from the nomad area. They saw that these Khampas are escaping, so felt that now these Chinese troops are coming toward the nomad area. So better to run away. Afraid of the Chinese and to start escaping.
Okay. And what happened when you got back to Lhasa?
Lhasa Jordan.
담주스 양장부 첨부지어래. 다 뒤갈래서 뒤 건다래. 다 비지 니만 쉬주로 저 다저를 세빈다 추정 아버지 면도다. 근데 추상조 뒤 빼면서 첨부 찾으셨더니 남자님도야 라마지요. 근데 그런 게다 도고랑 추대 장부지 바지하는 쇼장 용구 말했어. 다 남자스는 나다 된다. 준주스니 저 아니니 추다 장부 랍다고 그러고 rabse taka toka chime tege kanliya chi jabi ngudu ta tege kanliya chi ngudu ta tinde ina chuti ta tebu masho tonye tinde mare yung damju singi ta togon rana ina chu jene masho tani yung samare islamade togon rana je ursi ta manzo sinan chu tindege ina katobu chaysa ta tonga rawa titi nganzu yung ta sanyi shoge ina chu chung rure titi ina pa tonba ina ta nganzu tu suju chinde mare togon rana je 당한테 야 따버렸다 야 저도 야다 도복한 거 치우간 두스케 도다다 서로 좀 두스케고였다 됐는데 딱 양아도서 간거 치우간라 딩되고도 단 지고 제 샤세야라번 루세야라던데 같이 기여라건 저도 간거 치우딩 마팀르고도 당한테 때간에 두 투즈데 다 도보되게 칼 딩되고도 실전 도도 도건데 치우카다가 되지 먼저 디칼이야다 추디 칼이야 토보스 야용왕 먼저 벌이야 도도시야 찌니 추트메르 거들은 선이 쇼게 때때 피트니 이제 된데 추체르 친도가 되는 간저 쇼고 요원 되니 단다 세르 제게 담부도다 망보저로 되게 짠 타려 맞된 재미 많대 진 정말
Yeah, by crossing the coming from the nomad area, we reached Damchu river, which is called Damchu. So when we reached there, it was evening something time. So we said we'll cross tomorrow, we'll have a rest today. One of the monks we had together, he said it's better to cross today itself, because it will be not a good sign. So we followed his instruction. We tried, myself and one of the who's young, we tried to cross the river and just image how it was, the height was big. Almost what with the horse or any yak, it was almost dipping on that.
Almost over the top of the
Almost over the back of the animals. We informed to that High Lama. He said, no problem, we have to travel it. Whatever it is, we have to face it. So we took all the belongings and traveled on the, crossed the river. Crossed the river. Those heavy loads were drawn in the river.
Oh, really? Lost everything.
Horse and few, which was more heavy, it was drawn in the river.
Oh, the horses, some of the horses drowned.
And all the belongings were drawn in the river. But we, on the same night we crossed it. In the early morning, we just, saw how the river was. We felt that that evening would be less, water may come less. But it was the morning, it was so high, water was going more high.
Yeah.
And those Sera monks and other monks are following us. They were unable to cross the river and they have faced under the Chinese threat.
Oh, what happened to them?
They have been taken by the Chinese authority and they have to face it.
They were taken.
수고 대용으로 수고 대용으로 왔다가 저 야통으로 재미 수고 대. 나도 추천 사러. 근데 네건데 전토요 말어 네건데 주 선생님한테 쳐서.
So they were taken by the Chinese authority to the other side. That's the backward. Any? Shamba?
다 되는 건들 다야. 다 해살래래. 해살래티 다 이제 본다. 중니 난도가 인지를 다들 달래서 내 찾으러지래 달래 좀 당은 좀 모노 초가 침버렸다 당은 저 준비 지야다 던져 간가체 되네 야다 던져 간가 다 감절을 파피 먼저 감절 시마스에 된데 여러 야다 된 다고자년 던져 파피 동거를 가르다에 저 간가다 당은 저 잡아 자자를 소소 샤날 때 이니 먼저 다 모노 초가 침버 먼저 물론 저가 됐다 생제 시외였다 재미가 다 뒤급이었다 배지배 자제 자던 표정에 그런 삼로라 열다 디디던 간쪽에 팀부터 삼로다 고요다 간쪽 디디로 접제지래 근데선도 물론 초배 급이었다 재미가 디디 자제 자다마 인베 선대게 숨 잡았다 딱 저름지 대피게 배 뎁스다야라는 게 최시 당번에 때도 내만 간쪽 Kham and Amdo kone tanda chamre dundine simsha chege ta khangba tozani cheri de jemi nyatsa de ngen zo tanda gigon do shi jab yin se de tene songje rawa se je tene goje jego chimbu zula kan din dune ya digere sandu potan shiga tele ya khangba rumbu ji ya tozani do je ti jemi nyatsa ta pajo de jelo de Jamal Hagan said about what Chilio. That is Simsha Sui and Tingamendo. He come by the Jamin Yasar. That content Cheshi Karatendo, Tanda Shine, Samla Time. That Yamati Molum dinner sauce, that turns up got a game of Shiomaro. And Tage Pettit. Tagana Sama Sama Suya, that Cheshi Tendo, Tanga Junga Golo, Mono Sobe Capi. That Kamba Duzoga in Kigun, go Toga Kangal, that did missing it too short. Sulakan, Molon Sobe Calvia. That did you carry away Jemmy. That Tanda Jana, Zonda Gokale Majons. Zonda Gokale, Tinishela Giants, that control a car of the Le Majon Sigmedo. Vegeta, Tersa, Samla Dusta on the Cardelena Tinape, Samatata Swaying, could you down with her? What did you say?
As soon as we reached the Lhasa, at the monastery, then what are the belongings we have got a contribution, we gave it to the concerned monk, monastery and whatever it is, and animals were given to those who look after the monks, animals were separate religious people, we distributed them, and later it was a whole that there was a Molam was going on 1959. So before nearby the Tuglakang, all the main entrance gate nearby our house was already staying by the Chinese authority. It was they were Chinese bought all the this one, properties of the main gate house nearby the Tuglakang. They was taken by the Chinese authority. The Chinese authority used to stay over there. And now I feel that because why that doing is that all the main gate was captured by the Chinese authority when the Molam was going on, all together with His Holiness and thousands of the monks. They may easier to kill them or can treat them very easily. So that before pre-plan was made by the Chinese authority that near the Tugalakhan all the main house was took by them.
Yes, yes.
And this was the plan. And they used to say that now we are going to give you a special offerings food to you all. Only we have we need the instruction from the high authority. That was now I feel that this was a signal that it was the high authority from the China has given. We were nowhere now, and we may be dead during that Molam session because we are staying.
Because they were surrounded
by the Chinese authority.
And they could have just killed everybody.
Cannot escape and do anything because all the main gate was surrounded by the Chinese authorities office and this one military center office like that.
So, what month was this in 1959? Early February?
They the Molam Chuwa Kala and Chino Jangab Jugo Chinda Kasus there.
That is in the Molam Chubakalo, Chindaniva.
It might be in a
February. That's injured.
Not sure, but it may be trifling.
And then?
Any Shulagana.
That in a Karasura Molam Church, that you may give me Tingurum to Gaden, Jamigan and the Dinal, the Sotaya Kera or Maretine, Tassa Sosolia, Lord Timberwell. That in a law neta, Jamaica, Perliata, and Chago Zeneche, but Jajatam Bahakone. That in a Combasos Sera, Drepung and Gaden, did you Gaden, that have a Sumja Dore, Shungikata, and the Minamati, Mental shows, combatung etc. Into combatung in the Gaden. That did you Sera, Sumja, Drepung, Sumja, Gaden, Tava Sumja Chimretangi on they need to Koran daughter or did it Mental in tell your good.
Later after the Molam, he were returned back to the monastery. And it was instruction from the government of Tibet that from the every monastery from the Gaden, Chamdo, Sera, and that every 300 monks should come to the Potang to collect the weapons to protect the monasteries. So from the Sera we have monks.
No, should come to the
Potala to collect the weapons. So every from the Sera, every from the Gaden, 300 each was called to the Potala.
Did you go?
That did you carry Chevresna, Tangi de Koran de Tore, Tangi de interview 10 years, and then Engel interview 10 years, who Koran Tore, and the Langaton tell you already. That did you carry Chevres, that and then Chavas Sumjet and Mandalangator. Tang had a near of what's a year than that. And to come to Chigore, that did in and to Molam Cadine, that did that Tassel de Samler with Yomare, Molam, that gave out of Khan Chumade, and at that Kudunya, any Curso Hango shoes in ye, Chuba near, Tudunya, Shamanya, Tapa, Titi, Tenson Talama, now drag some local did the Rayo, the Tang and so near what La Tenson Talama, that you could do say a catcher the sun. Nema Tenson Talama secret. That is Chushi Gangdrug, the Pelete Chushi Gangdrug, the Siege Chumar. That dinner do a current trade with a Malong gate to the Kanga to Lord Jaja near the Chevre. That's Chene, Mani, and the Gem Tangolia, Nanzuki Tato Co, Nandelia, near what the Samba in Nigeria, yes, that did combine Tinani. To load the Savage, Rota, Jaja, the Shirakan, and Taja, Janja, Quended, that big draws a genuine to load Charles, Roger, Dagandi, Unjuda, Chuba, Samdor, Sura, the Dama, drag, that is 막제 스레지다 디츠가 치거와 근데서 당연히 드네야 친 어디 간델라셔야 시게 총수지로 어디는 친 공당은 좀 말로 당연히다 간델이야 조살람가 니요다 듄드니야 조스지다 데블로드니야 조스지 데블로드니야 당연 링고 나레스는 자제 코노면 저 조초가 말 당연히 공다 링고 나리아다 자제 제가 용해 줘서 당연 저 감저 보고지 당연히 드네야 로인데 드네야 지야자 데데데 되는 만들려냐도 펜보스서 비기나네 딱 잡아 숨겨야도 딱 장고 추제 뭐 따장자 펜변하는 숨제제 따마 숨제를 차도록 깔세 말자로 때모르지도 당연히 때문 다 되고 사제를 다진 아니 데데데 데 알레 어디 찍선데
As soon as when this monk was called for the collect the weapons, I was not in participate in that. But after when during the Molam was held, myself and one of my friends was planning that during the Molam, whatever we get from the Molam, we will collect it and we'll have we'll buy some common clothes, then a monk cloth. So with that cloth we can join and a voluntary Tibetan military called Chushi Gangdrug like that. We are planning to go to join the Chushi Gangdrug or something like that. So on the way when we are crossing, we are not allowed to inside the Gaden. We are not allowed to wear all this colored dress. So we are hiding beside. During that time, the monks, 300 monks were riding the horse and crossing away from us. We were looking very anxiously because different color of the horse and way of the riding, and we looked very surprisingly and looking to those people. And
다 드네 다 컨셉네야 연구여로 다 컨셉네야 연데 당연히 대해서 리르지어로 드네 야야 자제 되어 드네도 드네 미지가 남자면에마 아니 다 춘이 마쇼스 춘이 마마요네 만다 저긴 달라고도 아다 컨셉 만달래니 되게 미 숨져서 만다 케오냐 여러분들 드네 네 되게 만다 잡달라 같이 다 직세나세 개면도 되게도 근데 저래다 디나 tenga menda ja nyo nye dende mangbo yigire zani ja ma nyo nye dende lakwa chama ma nyo dende mangbo yigirwa dende zile menda jik jabdiyo kura kangba zadwa tela amjo zadne se kuran jik jabdiyo ta di jabyon dede nga di sena kuran je mende diyo thola re samsara jira a chans diyo gudi ane maa bhabchi dine maa bhabchi ta nyebro shira ta ringo mare mene chawa kaje juunde nganzo ngoshe ma jenjaro wada tidu chazan chawa dhuzi ten kunzo paa iyo dhugudu da tene paa che tiga de da chiki chuzi chega da goyi jimara kama nishu tsu goyi je da tene jebje singjaro tene gomba liya pe de singjaro shibuji landa da nganzo gomba chunye mige da jemi ge ya maga chigi yore kane kandenge kane kawa kude maga chigi surtu yore da jemi rang maga chigi gomba kita kane sirchi gomba la yone jaya sir ma ga chu shoro de ta tige da menda le nye kan le ata pije gudung chebi injire sum gombe chawa kang ga tine chik ya lan da shona kaje jaje ko ta kaje kene ke tire dinde yujire kaje le menda le ndu de injire tine goang de na la nganzo ene nyingba de le tana dung da chida chik mangbo shibu ta sha ya de lu sui joro tole 다 돈도 강가 캐네 되네 링고칠 마트요 도
빨리 교도를 대하여
안절 말에 다 지담니게 다 만데 잡도 봐라 다 만달에 nye 강이야 아니 재미게 더 고동 체브레선 다 이게나 고메나 유니 강가 다 재미를 주고 섬 재미게 미게 티체브레선 말하면 정한도 근데 투여로 삼여 말아 어디지
yeah while crossing the 300 monks were crossing out on up the side they because we are in colored dress. The monk was asked.
When you say colored dress, what do you mean?
No, means they are a monk.
When you say colored dress, you mean you're talking about robes?
Not robes.
No.
It means they are a monk. They don't. They have to put it off the monk dresses and use the man dresses.
So you're talking about ordinary dress.
Ordinary
When you
dress,
say colour
yeah.
dress, you mean ordinary dress. Okay.
As I'm using ordinary dresses,
Yes.
they feel the other monk feels that I am from a Chinese authority people.
Ah.
So that they ask us to come and others will shoot. We say we thought as a normal issue, and we said come and shoot. They started shooting
The monks started shooting,
shooting
him.
them, but they never hurt them, and they shooted them. And the area of the monastery, people thought that this clash between the this 300 monks and the Chinese authority. So all the monks rised up with bringing knives, these and everything was coming outside the monastery.
Good Lord.
Incident was took place.
So the three, wait a second.
It took almost 20 minutes to go through it.
So
Nearby, when the known monks came nearby, they ignored and they just went away like that.
So the 300 monks were from which monastery?
Tanda any ginduba mangu chitagi na any kindole memda shuchiro. Tige gomba kawane.
Kande ngara.
Kande from Gandhi.
Lesson mende ake ora di kabler.
From Gaden Jansi or Gaden Shatse?
Nije.
Both the mixed from Shat and Chamdo. There was
150 each group. So they came across you and your group, and you're dressed in ordinary chupas, yeah. But why did they think that you were Chinese authorities?
Kudu kharchin any kindole any chige.
Ta di kare singe tanda kond shiva na sinde. Kasene ta mende jasinye dinde ijir. Kasene ta mende mene Lhasa kewan. Ta khande ri jiyo na samsan ri ta chig. Jaya deba chine chagi chigirab dinde yo sigir wata ko jaksa marawe ta chig dunga. Dinde sanje ta kondo ka kare labgi. Yore sene tsang tashilumbugi. Sobar sta mini di. Tashilumbu sobar chije.
Tashilumbu gomba ra.
Tashilumbu gomba dide ta. Nganzo ka tashilumbu gomba di teze. Didi penjara chila ya katanya siri chiworo. Mi kanga ta penjara chite jamire sinyaro. Ta nganzo ke dinde lamnyon. Ta di nganzo hagugo yo marwa. Ta tanda shine ta nganzo hagugo ra penjara chite kari ime dakum. Dinde sunte di kabli ya ta tsang tashilumbu siti teze. Ta chik jami ki choto imbe siri dinde tsigyor. Dinde sunte ta kunyi tashilumbu di res cheche odus. Ta tanda rute jaya rute o dinde siri. Ina ne ta kundu jaya de kare sana. Ta janyin doba ta chik mangpo jorwa lakwa chamanyo o dinde kute nintu dinde cheche.
Because like the monk white they used the rifle this is the first time using, and some knows how to use the gun rifle, and some doesn't know. Even they feel that we are from Tashilumbu's monastery, spy. We are the spy from Tashilumbu monastery. During that time, there was the conflict news that Panchen Lamas are spies of Chinese, this and that. So the Tashilumbu monastery is under the Panchen Rinpoche. So that they feel that we are the spy from the Tashilumbu. So they treated us shooting all this took place.
Why did they think you were spies from Tashilumpo?
Because the Panchen Rinpoche and the Chinese had...
No. Why did they think you were spies from Tashilumpo?
Because the normal dress was using. They're not in a monk dress.
Oh, he knew that they knew he was a monk.
Not that, because of the normal dress, they feel that they are something like that.
But were there other people in normal dress?
Normal dress was same between the both friends, or same shirt, same pant. It's like a uniform. Like
so it looked a little bit strange, a little bit suspicious.
So that they feel that there is.
Because you all had exactly the same clothes
this is
on.
from the Tashilumbu of our monasteries.
You all had the same clothes on, so it looked a bit suspicious, yeah. Oh, I see. So what happened? Did they start questioning you at first? Did they start questioning you, or did they just start shooting?
Titi Diurilla, Tangosang of Jumaju, Dozer, Pevaina, Mosang of Jusido, Dozer, Dozer, you don't have jet in any to be used. Takumbalian, Tashim Jurok Cheno, Takonsonet in this year, Kumbalial and Tang. Maning to Buris, doing you don't have but. Then you get Kumbalial, Senator. Koje Mango Yoro, Siamo Yore, Tikar Sore, Chanzo Yore, Tinamandalanga, Yone, Dinalia, Chanzo Yore, and to come to Richiguerta. Thou consistent caress, Mini let doing you don't object of this, Mini said to your mothers, like that some Yaki should have a sandal takings. That in day till Nimakasha Jilhane, Tinning and to Jalia Peru to keep.
Yeah, why they rifled the shot track? Because they have asked us to come forward. Asked us to come forward and don't hide there. So we said normally we are not coming forward, what will you do? Just do it. And so they got angry, they start shooting.
Because they didn't come.
Did not come to when they called them. So during that incident, 2,500 bullets was used for them, and they both were no injuries and anything happened. So there was the conflict within the monastery that that you both wasted because of this conflict and wasted 2,500 bullets. So you both have to pay for that.
Who said that?
That the 300 monks, head of the 300 monks.
Oh, said that they had caused them to waste all these bullets.
Because of that, they both have to pay it.
So, okay, I have a couple of questions about this.
So when they have to say that they have to pay for that, then this was discussion and controversy going on. So other monks said, for 2 persons, they have used 2,500 bullets, and they have even not killed one of them. This is not fair, and so you handle all the bullets and rifle to us. We want to give it to others because your people have wasted so much for unnecessary.
Who said that?
The other monks in the monastery.
Oh, the other monks were angry.
Angry because
they had wasted all these bullets.
All this, even you have not shot it them.
And you didn't even manage to shoot
them because using so much bullet.
And how many people in your group were there?
Only 2 persons.
Oh, only
2 friends.
I think I know why they didn't manage to shoot up from the training we've been hearing about. 2,500 bullets. This is what the monks said.
Yeah.
They said we've used 2,000. So at some point they realized. I mean, okay, so the shooting went on for 20 minutes. What were you just standing there? Where did you hide behind something? What happened?
When the shooter
Kham and Amdo, that you tolerate some sort. Not those ma pavilion, those ma. And Conzo Yayungo, Conzo Yayungo. Just a tarn which I yomare. Hatton didn't come near the whole deal high yomarada. Really, I can't. I never sure. Manso Conzo one Yayungo.
It was not very far, it was always 500 gaj from it. We are coming from
500 yards.
Gaj from it. We are coming from the mountain, and they are coming all over the mountain. Almost 100 gaj.
100
gaj.
Yards.
Yeah.
100 yards. Oh, 100, not 500.
Not 500, 100 yards.
100 yards.
And
were you crouched down behind something? No, you were just standing there.
Standing.
Just standing.
Just standing. Just coming forward, not instead of running away.
You were coming towards them.
Towards them, instead of running away.
Instead of running
away. And blood was going slowly around the bodies like that.
Why were you coming towards them instead of running away?
근데 선생 알 지지 많이 따야 이도 그런 계지다 늘 처음 조용 삼삼 그런 삼로 그런 매매라 두게면 What did
That's something of shit.
nothing of Sikundi Janal Pen and Angal Yapid Sinina, Nangal or Nam, Trascended Sunda, Mamikel, Sindal Yomari.
Yeah, I did not feel that I will get a bullet because in 54 when His Holiness went to China and returned back in 1955, during that period, all the monks during that all the monks were given a special thread to wear it. Chesung, we call Chesung. Understand? A Chesung was given to me. That Jigje Chesung. It was given to me. So I was wearing that. So I felt that because of that, I thought that bullet will not be shot me, or I was just not afraid of that because I'm having that special this one.
Well,
The Nanzu Garas, Chungsung in the Takunzu Kenda King, there's a Yiji Dame Hagumara. Tanganzu Jig Yiji or one. Jangurum to Jundun Sundua. Leo Ganzajana, Ganzajan, Chills. Tanganzu Jajet Yatamata, Conlel Hagameti, Jajet Yatam, Hota Koran, Sansung, Deep Jajet Yatam, Cotton, Nege, Shamata the Netineti, Lele to Gosha. Near what the Lini takes there. To load the ambition, Nalo Sam, one particular Simasho, Kiki. So saying that Tango, so in the Gagi or Wata, Gagi or Yonjugo Matil. That's so super Jigny Teddy, and there's a Dinga substitute or else. The Majanati Chandran, the Zanatini, Subulia Suyag, the Ores. That the renter substitute, Sanin and Yomara said in the door. Tindescent, Nanta, Negi Shamadine. I'm just going to take this course. I'm so
wearing that thread, it was His Holiness used to always say that if you trust me, if you trust 100%, the protect will 100% will be there. This is a religious belief. If you believe or not, I believe a lot. So during that police session, I got just which I wear a cap. It was hurted to the cap, none of my body. Which with my friend, he got
went through this cap.
Went through his cap, and cap was a little thrown, not thrown. And his friend, which he had worn the dresses, it was had 2-3 bullets over nearby, and you can found in a chupa that 2 bullets in the chupa.
2 bullet holes in the chupa.
Right.
The Chuba you can't be
Chupa was made whole, but nothing affected. Nothing was done to the body.
Who was the guy with him?
And following the nomadic Sera.
Did that Tonsari, Nima Zambala Siri?
One of friend, he's almost expired. He was dead. Called Tona.
The Pigila Tumra Casa. Town, Nima made a
When he crossed near the border, he expired.
So he was just a friend.
He's a friend. The Palikari Ropara.
Written here, Tangan to go to the condensed. Shaza Chanzi Chava Gamma, the Chatan
Most of the seniors from the Gandhe, Sharti and Chamdo knows each other because we all came together to the exile.
Okay, but he was his senior.
He was Palikari Chipara.
Okay. But he wasn't the guy that traveled around Amdo and Kham with. Not the same guy.
Kona any Tanda Pet and Kham Choda, the Gala Gamla, Pala Pain Laba. Kona Drama, he never went.
And so you weren't armed, right? You didn't have any guns.
Palikana and Marjon, they're going to the lecture they came. No.
Okay, so and the monks were just standing, right? They were standing on the ground. They weren't on horses or anything. Right? So the monks shot at you for 20 minutes, and then after they ran out of bullets, what happened? Did they say something to you? What happened? You were still standing there.
Come on, you should begin the border. That should have the chain and shoot. Part shoot, Sulashura, shoot the region, and Tamata Chira, touch and any Shabab is the correct number.
Chatan that the Tango get Javar, that Jefferson and Mayon Satan and took a Tavang Osama Mangoyorba. That Shati Tavakasha or a Dunzuk and Aliape. Sedo in the Mendagal Sedo, the Netsuni, saying in the Kajatugar to today. And then Manzu Tawang Hoshama come to the Oro Mango. That is say, Maradin and to come to Tavares, Chashlin book in the cake and Maris over in the Maris. The Halen in a common convention say or stated. And Manzo many tarted in the channel and a Combalia Lebro. Yalen Teza, that Conzo Caras and doing you don't have just a dig it, moving a need to go use or what. You get that and just say what that taught and so Mini le do ni do ngapja in jamne mini se madu re jami in khande segre lagja saman thawa sindal party in chuki suslerwa ta tinde ji kan le ta nima samsi dene de ngajo gombane pho unju kep so
yeah, as soon as after taking the place after 20 minutes, then we all the monk and we met each other. Most of the monastery monk, they led me down and they pointed with their guns, want to kill me. So, but rest of the from the monk were from the Chamdo know me each other. So they said, this is our monk, this is not from
any other. Then they recognized
him. They said, this is not from any spy or anything. Okay. So we can decide to the high authority, nothing to fight between us.
I see, okay.
So when we reached the high authority, that discussion was going on, that 2,500 bullets were used, so you both has to pay. And the high authority said no, because you are using 2,500 bullets to these two persons have never killed, then you wasted so much. How can you kill other Chinese? So give it back these weapons and we want to give it to the other monk. This discussion was gone over 2 to 3 days, but it was
through 2 to 3
days for discussion.
2 to 3 days of discussion about this.
Going on.
And when you say high authority, who do you mean? Who is the
higher
authority?
monks?
Higher monks
in the
of Gaden?
Gaden, yeah.
Ah, okay.
There. So 2 to 3 days discussion was going on, but it was unfortunately, suddenly we have to leave to the exile.
So I just want to make sure I understand this. So once the monks from Jansei recognized you and they said, no, these guys are not spies, they're monks, they're fine. So then they went to the authority of Gaden and the monks wanted you to pay for their bullets because they had expended 2,500 bullets they wanted you to pay. But the authority of Gaden, and just make sure I get this right, said, no, because you guys were such bad shots, you don't deserve to have these guns anyway, we should take these guns and give them to other monks. Is that right?
Yeah, sure, right.
Wow, this is a great story. Okay, all right. So, and during this whole time, Pala, you were not afraid?
At the day, you used to parola parola share mamush chura. And the mistake is Shanada, so the mistake that Gamda is Ketchumusa.
Well, Keke Senata Senatan in the human to Dicabia. Takares Singri Soju Kod or Walta Dicabia. Chidang and to get his non to Kemarol that.
We was not feeling afraid because there's lots of violence going on and we have no fault doing anything that special. So nothing special feelings was towards me. During all time, all way in the violence was going out throughout the monastery, and I have not done any special wrong.
Yeah, but people get killed even if they haven't done anything wrong, right?
Kisi marda, kodo ki memde kya wata chudo pe sayi ra pare kers kagi chira.
That is Keke Marangan, Jaja easy or
The bullet will not be killed because I have lots of belief on my special
your protection.
Protection.
So, and then what happened?
And then the Lord Nimani Sushula, the children can't mark you.
Then you must catch it to see that Gorova Gandel. Then it is in that Joram said that Jagal Petsari, Pene, Saratoni, Peva High, Koyo, Mari Kegi. And the dish with the Talhasala. Sabachusi in the that it to 10 days in England, took some Ninga in the Then sent to the junior to that Yamin Tamechero. Hessel Mark, Jam Gotura. Tell Hessel that noble in a tag cortical. Mima Tonga Mambo there, that Joram Dinali show you some taps, and the Sunju to take a Joram Cheta, Jamik, then this you at that the Zinsun Tia Paranta, Chesitam Timber. That in Mima can get Joram Chetan in Pipchu Message, the Ingan is on the top, on the pearl that would mean said that Chamdo, Tanda Pagala, Tanda Chief Chasad, and the Decal say, wrote on the chair, Mambo, you're needed on the time, some my kingry. And today, that has an attack, cortical, noble in Galiata, Mima Tonga Mambo there. That concert Haku Mari Joram Chipeva. That in a Jamaica Tamet Sevata, that noble in Ganale, Mr. Switch, didn't penetrate Chipsol opinion and the Chigi in Samal Cheta, Joram Chishu, arrest Cheta, noble in Gal, that deal Lama the Gangatin Poyomro. Has an Ganga. Did Poyom, Tangan. Poem. Sent Tambong and the Candene, Miguel Hesseliata, Tanglan, Suyo, 20 years, ngai thanglang doing such a keke yomata.
Yeah, it was on the 13th March. We never know that His Holiness has left to the exile. So we were asked to go and protect the Lhasa, to protect His Holiness. And many people were surrounded near the Potala and to protect His Holiness to
Nobulinga.
From the Chinese. But certainly information was given that His Holiness already left. So everyone started running toward following His Holiness. They ran toward where His Holiness left. So I also before felt that I should go participate to protect the Duolinga. But unfortunately, when I heard it, then we all started running toward where His Holiness left.
Because everybody else was doing
Everybody
it. So
was
you just sort of
normal.
got caught up with the
Yeah.
crowd.
The crowd came and everyone started knowing that His Holiness left. All are looking after to run
In the direction.
in direction of His Holiness left and this one.
Because they wanted to stop him? Why were they running
Not-
in the direction of His Holiness?
Because they want to follow His Holiness.
They wanted to follow him.
Follow His Holiness.
They wanted to follow him.
Where His Holiness goes, they want to follow Him.
Ah, okay. And then what happened?
Reta tene choyoneta kanga kandene choyona mangche tal hogal yomata. Loga de ngemane saje ta sangmar bure jami yo mare senene ta sedan stilia jami ge ne rijil nalia ne sabu tintina maga ji yor. Ta ti ngapchu ngapje ne ta ngaram tu dinal tension danga maga ta jami chili ma tangi yo mare chu yon chu mare di man sho jami logong sangmar sa sangmar 텐스인데 여름 제달 호간 두치제 자갈 페어와 다 디스인데 먼저 미마도 내게 싫어 삼에 제스 게면도데 다 미기마도 된다 여름 제 자갈 페어랑 먼저 자갈 로그레스 어디서 되도 되는 먼저 어디제 호갈 레브레 자단 레벨인가 데스다데 자미게 페네 직 잡다 마잡라 당고 먼저 두스투디 미가로르지 다 디닝가 데직 잡숨 생겐데 잡고도 메르조 코란파 니슈 숨지 아우 디닝가다 시서 섬때 시시스다 디닝가다 드니 마친 사쿠조르지도 다디나 드니 가우도 주 던 디나네 첸덴지 세다 드린데 시에레 섭스 드니 곤졸라 소아다 드니 거란지 주요미 케케다 가르소레 메존데 케게 총마선 디닝가다 코란 메르조 코란 드니 바 예연도 봐 거란 텔라 거라 좀 나고 간가 제리 그 거란 진여 거란 면도 봐 쇼지 되게 쫀자 다티티 때리 다비지 줍딘줍게 더 인지를 배지 다티 텐데 시 면도 되었어.
While we in exile to the India, we heard that His Holiness was left to the India and a route from Goka. So we feel that this is the most one safest. We also tried to go to the Roka, where before 1957 the Chushi Gangdrug headquarters was formed. During that route we tried to follow it. When we reached the Roka, there were lots of missile was bomb and everything was used by the China. And during that I felt that now I might be died. And during that period, when I have a special religious box, we call Khau. During that we took it all the piles, religious piles, and I ate it and thought that this is my last breath, and so I should take this pile. Even when I took it this pile, and then I tried to escape, there was all over the area. The always smell was just like a cracker smell or something. Dirty smell was around the area, and during that we have lots of people together. So it was scattered, and we could not find even many people. Even few people were nearby, and we have not known where the people were gone.
Could you see the Chinese who were firing at you?
재미살 통야 요마 가르스나 콘초 리디어와 리디 콕박코라 주니 디날 주더다 디날 베베바게 마가 로니 디날 까시다 코야 조주고 마르 마용주마 이는 디마가 디페 디리 콕바 디날 시부직베 로로 다야 코라 사야다 통야다 강가 때문에 시부지 서사돌데 local than the Zedang the campuses your body. That in a Manzo that local lets at the ordinate sugar Congo risk the Kalia, that's so soon to be joby. That Venezu shown it, and then Manzo Samia that on the Kanga shown, that's a done show in Ningati. Then a sabun and a Koran Motokora knew some to the turn dot. She would take bad dinner liate, Sabu Trini, Jimmy Sabu Trail, she would yorella. That the Sabu dita and took a dinner Chushi Gangdrug Sinam, that and son Talama. Tige in Petoria, says it a caleta, Mango, she would yell at until there was a Trijan Yomar Gay or Marwa. Tinder Sundita, better Yense make us have a Chivacher that could still turn to your mother. That big Lhasa Ganga shows that it in a round of Umra, they quite till a temper.
Yeah, in the Roka there is a cave, very big cave. It was made whole or inside, cave inside. It was thousands of Chinese troops were there. Even for 2 to 3 years, all the rations were kept in that. So when they were inside that cave, during 1957 to 9, Chushi Gangdrug were fighting to them and never allowed them to come outside the river, a mountain.
Really?
But later when all the people ran away, so Chushi Gangdrug also ran away. And when I was crossing on this mountain, I witnessed that even through that mountain, 2 to 3 vehicles, trucks was coming outside there. Means you can imagine that in that river there is lots of armies and lots of weapons was kept for the long period wars or like that. Preparation was made since before the 1957.
When you said that he ate something before and he thought it was his last meal, what was that? I didn't quite.
Piles, religious piles.
Religious piles?
Piles.
Piles of
means
what?
money rule, something like that.
Oh, money pills.
Money
pills. Oh, okay. So were bullets landing really close to you then?
That did the Memdada Manguji aid was Sado, aid was Chamdo Tunga.
That the Koran, better. You remember the major, the water shops, Koran, but that didn't care, but that he could do Koran Kunjo to the Dang and to love Johnny Yomaramaso. Koran Church to the Ransalma read it to tell at the Koran Zag that Timakura. That meets Lojo Union to the Union, that come major, the water to man Yavina, and a copy in the Yatorgi or Macho. That is one to love John Senamashahagu Yomarwa. That did you can't Kunjo, the Marigi, your ceremony, but Telekil better read it, Maran Churches, but now so that there's some to discover that, and then I'll think to check what it out there.
Yeah, during that time, lots of weapons were used, like a bomb or anything. So it was very dusky, and so I fell down. It might be guided by the protector or blessing from someone. So by falling down, that means that a bomb or whatever it burst, it go upward and does not get hurt to us. It might. I feel that this was protected by the God or something, blessing from something like that.
Oh, because you didn't fall down because of the effect of the bomb. You fell down before the bomb hit.
Yeah, before the bomb, it was supposed to fall down.
Oh, it felt like.
It felt like that.
Oh, really?
It was just lying down, and lots of smell and everything burst was like going around the areas like that.
Oh, were you armed? Did you have any weapons?
Did you lecture the
Yomar?
Nothing.
Nothing. Any?
That's true. Sedan shows her. Sedan shows that Kanje, Miganga Bella, Kero, Doro, Tinet, Jamil, Zinga, Tinde, Chesitan Mindo. Tini Jamil song, Sidu Koran, Tine, Telatso, Korantine, Tashan, turned to area. Tanyanga de Mangmita, Chasset, Havate, Combatant, that were Wako. Inene, that did Jamige. Country Tay on being under Javana led to a Kalakawata. In any country, that is one to Mangmig in a love John said that Shin Haguto, that bond by bond Sera, that drink unto Dineta, Jem Tambo to Imbaina, Jem Tambo is not any human doctrine. Think unto Catholic some Mongodoli Dura. That comes to Tejim Tavi in a concert to a Coramendo. That is that Javalan to Strum, that and di tanda Mongola se di mare Mongola se re nganzu chikbar di yongsa lamga tagara re ta di pet khangri dus je ta di khangra sa ngema tu di sange yung ene di ye yang lo tene di zi pa jo chu jo bi na ta khana di me koram so mi na ta ngen tengi shu so mi tun zu de mi ge ya ten ta de ta koran dine ya pet dine ro koran khang da Mongola system ya ta di ke le nganzu dus ya yonde 다 망쳐도 미 초가로 잔자리 때문에 시라 연예요 맞대 대급때 나 선바 밤셔를 찍려 지면 지 보고 다 강리나 포저데 방고든데 다또 첨부들이 온든데 지 워들 대사 강을 수차고 지다 개라야 거라야만 다 대초가데 도도면서 따따내야를 문데 당 손에 대야 거라야만 대는 팬토야 요 말에 드네 강 거란 길로 봐대 다 tunzu piji 시에 마셔 배 하야스 아요 섬선 다 tunzu 된데가 다 탑조고 강에 람가 예용 강가다 따다 되게 그런데 로잔자 따드네.
Yeah, while escaping from then we start escaping to the exile, and during that most of people have the animals, horse, and to ride on it, but we don't have any. We have to go by the by walking, and we have to cross with the Mongolia mountain is called. Mangola is a very carved mountain. Yeah. So we have to cross that route. Yes. It was very carved route and if the road was very tiny or anything like that. If animals fell down, then no chance to come like that. And during that, I witnessed one special that during that while we coming across, there's even a big snowfall was going on, and that one woman was getting a delivery was going on, baby born was going on. There was no any hot water to get for her, and this was only her husband was looking after, trying to do something help to her, and we cannot do because we have no much experience, nothing economic, just feel very bad that suffering such. Yeah. So I don't know what happened later. And the given boy care there should be taken tongue.
Marel Tangan to Tede Marocco, Megedero, that Timon Tenepe, Shivuzik Jovo, that Tizu Duja, Lamgat in the Khan killed that Caricho, Choga in a gate here, Marota, Sutauti Calte, Maritan, and to Pato Dosani Yomare, this is in a Khan kill Pato Dito, and took all those to go, Mandoni Shumanton to go, Nema to Juju, on and Mandai Javumudua. 당한도 밀어도 저기요만 다다 세나로 꾸지지 진짜선도 딱 먼저 디디 용이 강가강에다 용이라 딱 강은 있는 딱 된대겠다 저기 냐와 선보를 지라
everyone coming to the exile, everyone faced lots of problems, not like she how it faced, because we cannot stay or look that it was coming on the line by one line. If one stop and the all the behind have to face the problem. So we cannot. It was tiny,
very narrow path with a very steep gorge.
So we cannot stop it and look like that. The woman and the man was lying beside under the big stones or something like that. She was lying over there. Everyone is suffering, but not like her.
Not like her.
And one thing that we escaped with the exile was that the law of the Chinese army was that day by day how much kilometer we have to cover and chase them. And their rules was that limited areas day to day they had to cover. So because of that we can escape. Others they try to follow or continues to us. We cannot be.
They would definitely catch them.
So
Mongola is the border of Arunachal Pradesh.
The Mongola. So did anything something Arunachal ki something ki
that the Mongola di Jidan Jamis that wants to prove Sajaro that Jamis Sajaro. Tanganzo didi yundi pine yundi tanda di Mongola or the letter Kadas Choras Jior Dinaleta. Sandu potans ni digi shiga jidu mima odina ta shiga dina ne ta saya thoya pe kare kogo samba ta mar ta cha ta kora ta konzo sandu potans ni jami soba resnge ma sia ri jor nganzo ge tindo sun ti shiga di pe kange ge ta lamba yonye di ta khene Then I'm so good, the tiny here, you want to top some me good to you, right? And then to some top needs Mate.
somebody just go to it.
That Kazaki that did land some never. Land did it and indeed there's no many I did. Land some that did Sandu Potans in the Shigadi at dinner, that Kazaki get of that wouldn't answer me good to you, top some dinner and some top needs that Mata as a kid. Didn't Mango to see Yomer, the Mango tea, to do that, Professor and that.
Mongola mountain is part of the Tibet during that time. And mountain. And it was, before reaching that, there is a Gomba de Vikasa Tanda.
Gomba Mare, that the Shigas. Shigas, the Sandu Potan Shigas.
Is there like a Shigas palace?
Shigas, Sandu Potan.
Sandu palace was there. Nearby, before crossing the Mongola, and so there was a lot of ration was kept, like samba and butter, everything. So we have a horse. We have a 9 people group together. We have a horse, so we loaded on the horse some 2 bags of samba and some cheese, some butter, and like that we came to cross the Mongola, carrying all these things.
That's a very exciting story. I just want to go back. I have a couple of questions from what you said earlier, back in Lhasa. You were very excited to join the Chushi Gangdrug, right? You wanted to join the Chushi Gangdrug, but you did not volunteer to be one of the monks to go to the Patala who were asked by the government. Well, I'm just curious why you didn't volunteer, or did you volunteer and there were so many monks and you just weren't able to be part of that? Do you understand the question? Yeah.
Pala ene ba dingela Chushi Gangdrug dugo samji thora jorwa ene pala kira ene chike gendiba ene chik Sera ta Chamdo ne ta shartane yada ngam ko mangmi ene tang slide kana tidu ene pala kira dream do ti khachi ne ju mares
marban ti tangla thai so slab yo mare karesne thazan so so la koshi jawra thazan so so mi yada ngam chung ngap chi jepte khamzen chungni yor kamzen chungni la koshi jawra kamzen chungni ne kamzen na mezen se de yor ne dige kuran so gochi ni di ju slavra ma so senda de kelen ro ne yus tinde kelayo mare
yeah, because I did not join the 300 monks to that, because it was asked to the Changzi and Sharche that 150 monks should become to be joined in this army. Right. It was divided into Khamten. So Khamten leader, as a chief, as Lama has said that this has appointed such every person appointed. You should join. So I have never got the opportunity to go and join.
Oh, so the leader of the house would say, you would pick the people, and he just wasn't picked.
He was not picked. I never got the opportunity.
And then I have another question. The Khampas, in general, were they better shots than the people from Utsang?
The Khamba beta and Utsang make jindu kane Khamba beta so ne menda Sera yo bare sukhewa menda disken.
Chitanda di Khamba khewa yore Utsang jo yore sete ke pije ha gugum dorwal. Chita menda tunzul ya thona di kham do chal te di yore karasna kham la mangche menda nyanyen janjari. Kurang de ta karasur jenjasna mendu sama pije menda menye syo mare. Ngola menda nyanya tezum yoma tende sunte teze menda saga de kam tunte teze ya yigire samgudu
I feel that I don't feel any better shot by the Kham or by Utsang, but most of the people in Kham in the family, they have the weapons.
They have some experience.
So they might be having, because every family or every male has
a gun. You told me, right? The baby boy.
Boy have to
gets a gun as soon as he's born, and I think I know the answer to this, but I'd like to hear it from you. So you and your friend intended to join the Chushi Gangdrug. That was your intention. But when you got to Loka, circumstances changed. Why did you choose not to join the Chushi Gangdrug?
Why?
Why did you not join?
Ala ta petana dingen and parakada and the Robochera in Martin, the Chushi Gangdrug to was so much Torquera and catching the Zumaris.
Mare dangan zo pene gombar ne chu yom barwal. Gombar ne chu yom de chu ko dun zur dangan zo. the local level, local level chui kundu nan zurita. Zune nganzu ta chui kundu yin sigar. Ta jaga ledi nganzu tanda asam la ta mismari ledi chui kundu nyugang si. The nyugang ta desa di jaga shong di nyugang chuju rinis. Ta chui kundu nyugang si. Di ka tu jaga le ne nga tanda chui kundu loptas. Di du nga lo chunju lopta juice level te so se pewa mas na ka nga lopta joy omre. Nganzu chui kundu nan zurita.
Yeah, I joined and my friend joined in Chushi Gangdrug at Lhasa.
Oh, they did
join. Yeah, joined in Chushi Gangdrug, and there is nothing incident was taken when we reached in border. There was a kept separate Chushi Gangdrug by the Tibetan Indian armies to the Chushi Gangdrug was given a separate made tent. Bamboo's house was made for the Chushi Gangdrug. So I participated in that also. I stayed in that. There was given a special opportunity to study from the Chushi Gangdrug community, but I did not take part, and I feel very bad now that I was not much educated. Because if I want to during that time, I've taken education from behalf of the Chushi Gangdrug, I mean more better life.
I see. I have a question. So you joined Chushi Gangdrug, but you never had a gun.
And Chushi Gangdrug la zui yundi gane any pala kindu la memta that kolakcha mayra.
당한테 디디프네 저 배운데 라자요 말에 가르스는 최군도 날다 그만 예만이 여대년도 저 그란도 락자던데 요래 재민 전에 재민자네 포서 락자던데 요르면서 치스드네 아주년도 저 소소 락자 키우년 달해서드네 요년던데 요네 요르면서 제다 마가나 야주니 제 락자야 근데 대단년던데 요 말에
Yeah, doesn't have any weapon because before the Chushi Gangdrug army has the weapon, that's already, and those who have ran up, they were in together, and those there is no any special stock was there. Those who joined the Chushi Gangdrug, I can distribute to them. Whatever stock was already empty.
I see.
It's empty, and we are without this an arm or anything. We are in Chushi Gangdrug.
그냥 가르소래 당아 안주다 망골라 잡차로 망골라 잡차네 다 잠고름 붙이 구고 석디지 다 자갈 마 담버면서 다 망골라네 마점다 강요서는 마알레네 롱베 슌데 대 자가가 산점 대지도 자가 산점 딜레 자가가 다 중재되어 산점 중에 땅 안주 마 땅게 요마르다 땅 요마르다 데데 디날이야 피제 미동라 진이 되면 하면도 마고나 당부태 땅 안주 용데 데 마마담에 인데다 Did Andrew Gumbuttashi Yor, that did Andrew Gumbuttashi, then Dilumbernalia, Menta Jev Chogum, Maria Chomas, then Menta Jaguar, that I shall say Yomata.
Kawala.
The Mango Nalia, that the Santam de Casa de La.
Menta quality.
Menta Majavaranja, that dinner Lumba Dinalia, Simje, Trocot in the Yor, Mumbag. Mumbai Simje, that Trocot to you, Menta Jev, ya, then they say, what a Koran. Masava Toshi Teroji, dinner Yamacho to do Casa, Mango Nalia. 마 자갈 땅기 요마레 판도스 요마레 디가레타 카시게 tinne 타 체게 든적 쟁고 강가 권에 세셨다 사면 때 강에 스위치
when we reached as soon as we crossed the Mongolia, we was not allowed to cross the Indian border by the Indian army. So we have to stay for...
Because they were Chushi Gangdrug?
Not the Chushi Gangdrug. There were almost 1,000 people were there.
Oh, there were so many people.
1,000 people were there. So we were not allowed to cross the border to the India. So we have to stay there without, with the food, less of food was there. So we used to kill the nearby animals like yak or anything. Even we have to face to eat horse slash from the thigh.
From the
thigh and cut it and eat that. Face very severe hunger during that time.
Really. And how long was it before you were allowed to cross the border?
And it's Sandam Nima Moglis course.
Nima Sanzam de Kasharwata, Sanzam de Ina, Dine Kashuta, Mikanga do Terro Dina. Tai Mount Roju Mare Jagal. That did it under computer say that in the Mares. Tanganzo Pearl Part Ores, Chilo Javores, Chubuntu. Take up the Tantonia, the Suda Suyos, Jamin Chunga. Kisho said it in a high to win slave. Didn't do Malia Manda Injicadum to test or did do Mangonan?
Yeah, then when the Chinese authorities did not allow us to cross the border, then Amdo Gombotashi said, now you have to return back to Tibet. You have to go back to the Tibet.
He was with them to go.
Yeah, with them. And he said, who want to go? So I said, I want to join, go back to the Tibet. So during that time, I was given English short rifles to me also.
So Amdo Gombo Tashi was with this group of 1,000 people?
And amdo competition, and the Chiktung to stand up here, the amdo competition, Yorwa. Mongola, when we crossed the Mongola, it was Dingyala left our sugar cut taken.
Then, what's a Tambu?
It's the first group who reached across this first group. We're crossing the Mongola.
Jaram to my pets, that did
His Holiness when His Holiness already left to the India, we and Amdo Gombotish were the first to cross the border of India. So we were asked we are not allowed to cross it.
Yes, I understand. So, but where did this gun come from? You said he was given a gun, but he didn't have a gun when he was fighting. Not when he's fighting, but when he was in the middle of the action before. So where did this gun materialize from?
It was given by the Amdo Gombo Tashi.
Okay. Amdo Gombo Tashi had a huge stash of guns at the border?
But Amdo Gombo Tashi was the Mango Shura, and the Parliament.
Do Mango Potter, what the Koran, Koran, that Jamil begins in it, did Mamma Rabchan, Takoran, the do Mango Poyer.
Koran Poyer, and Koran Manji.
Did Yagal Malin and didn't pay subject and a Mango Temba.
Did they come from India, these guns?
And a Mata Dingle Lachet and Palachundu Lachet connect you.
The Mangonan, the Mangonan, Marmar, the Demaritang, and the Mangonan, on Sarva, too late, and Jagasan and Matangi Marwa. The Matan Chia, Matar, and Perna Panzi, Jamil, Zinger, Yomara, Sayan, Yomara, Toyan, Matapsi Yomara. This and that part on your soils, that's Lord Jani. The Miton running some Euro dinner. The Castle like the Yunan Dumans. The Latin Dumans in like the two doings in the two days.
I was given this one weapon because he was asked those who want to join with me back to the Tibet, and those who doesn't want to join Amdo Gombo Tashi, those who have weapons, it was taken from that person.
The weapons were taken with the people who didn't want to go back and distributed to the people who did want to go back. And you were one of the people who said yes.
During that time, Amdo Gombo Tashi, she has faced lots of bullets in his body. And when he reached in India, he across the India, he had to take lots of treatment and was taken to the hospital.
So he was not in a fit state to go back himself.
Who?
Gombo Tashi.
Amdo Gombo Tashi did and fell a logo like Korara. And did much sharp.
Yenan, that type of America goats in your Korwa, that Jacob Mark.
He was the feeling he wanted to go back to the Tibet, though as he was the only leader.
But he couldn't because he was too.
Though he was willing to go back.
He was willing. But
he wanted to guide everyone to go back to that.
But physically.
And Kajin Doya Marajula.
Tank, Tine, Nimani, the Son, Tine Jaga Cinema Tamro. Tajaga Garas, Nitamoro Macha Peta, Miguelia, Asam Pet, Pandit Jola, Nero to the Janet, Tinishina Inema, Shungata, Tanshos, left to copy the Tinishina Tamra.
After it was taken with it, after 2 days, suddenly information was reached that His Holiness arrived in India and welcomed by the Jawaharlal Nehru.
Yes.
Then they was asked to allow all the Tibetans to go to in India. So we went back to the competition. All went to the exile. So they did not return back to the Tibet.
Okay. So Amdo Gombo Tashi said, whoever wants to go back to Tibet, come with, and he was planning to go back also, is that right?
Did you any kind of local Latigani? I'm going to be correct. Don't do your other progress on the
Marata, Koran Tapsi, Marata, Koran the Poji Rami. Taco, Sinisia Resta. Then they didn't Toshi Jade, Rota Kegasaya, Maratuna, Mara. That Jagagan Matangi Mara. That pardon Jamilian Zini, Sierra Taco.
As he's the brave and he's the leader, there's no other option to return to go to the India or that. So he was ready to face any challenge to go to the Tibet. But certainly information was reached that all the Tibetans who were willing to go to the exile to India were allowed to permission.
So suddenly they did get permission. They changed, and they got permission. And then Amdo Gompa said, yeah, let's go.
Let's go back to the
Let's go to exile.
I see. My jagala yung ra.
I see.
Mani shun tam ro chojan ra. Tene sama jagal mai. Ta sama nganzuge yomre sama.
All Amdo Gompa to the.
Nimare mi sun de se. Ko tene ba sene kare tene tamwa asam yo tene pige Gangdo ngol jorwa.
Then Amdo Gompa went through the ashram to the Gangdok and he was given a treatment.
Did you speak to Amdo Gompa? Did you have an opportunity to
share
talk
the
to him?
Kita tai se manyo nganzu.
Kogab the Ragmara. Never got any opportunity to talk to him.
What was he like?
Ko khade koi chikka tachika korange namgyu ta koi shiga da khade da ko
mi pe sangdo kabo mi pa nyam tobo pe chigyor be senda mandar skora.
He is looking very different person with calm and something cool and very attractive person, very respectful person.
Did he inspire people?
Koi en mi pura la ani chikka ta lop soi kya ta nga chik tini chet ko chira.
Da korange ta chi rane ta ruru se na samal ya lop se jata nga tinde le manyorwa. Inene korang mi sigan jamdo khaw ta mi sangdo ko ya was.
I never got opportunity. He's giving advice or like that. But looking from the far away to him, I look very calm and very good leadership person.
A good leader. Well, I have to say, I'm very glad that you survived all of these incidents. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to talk to you today. So I'm glad you survived everything.
The parliament three that any chick type the year to the Kane, any chick and look for any of the cook up in the last one, and the year mistake cover the two chase shoot.
No, tine chita that ngazopine so yone tang nelu rub the shish and them to shish da I said. Ta karesna anzo asam le ta lo chik menze devre. Ta tine anzo shugule jambalam sultambre. Chita tang anzo titu trawa imekejere. Ta pasala ta trawa mixe ta de anzo trawa jambalam sulyo. Jambalam so de la shibjasin the trugjasin ta trawa janjare, trasa trawa janjare. Mangmi tsini yiri, mangmi mangche gangdol tore, dan chawa janjari. Dan nganzo jambal ya lamsu judi pe kange chimbo cha janjang ki lega chere. Mi xiu xiu re, da so le na re, da didi ma se didi. Da xiu ge yan rudi din pe karasu re, kunjo le ya sowa re, dem do nye me xiu kezi xenyi yo ma re, konda ma li di. Kuzab diji, mangmi kuzab ju, dini tsare chi kam dus jeje. Da la je di, como chikta ana chungnin zime sheyo. Ta titi jamgoro machi pigilya, jambalya thama chingni pebre, ta titi nganzu jaya chung pe. Tini pe tsangma ngui di ya janjan rijire, ta titi semba kaya kaya, jo singi chirwal ta tini. Tini shugula nganzu tanda kande changzire, tanda konga namdra la singi, tini nganzu chibchik dharamsala pes. Ta dharamsala pe ne, 다 총도지 pen chu pen ta pe jamboru meche ni pe shuksa donzo pe mesege ni pe 이게 jobo ene pa zo ko ba pe go ne syapdang de ta peptroji mindus ta nganzo peptroji phutubi ne yago dus je ta korang ge ta karsore lobdan ro tende chna di namdrola
kemore
ko mare ko ngare ngema chana zo re kundi pine chu pe yo be kable namdrola sinch hodige ta 아니 페이퍼트 퓨드네 하고도 되는 간저 미라라 잔자를 잡았던 다티 퓨기인스 대쇼고 간저 디디 미르르 자네고 무슨 숨제스리스티 디니 모다 단다디 가르사 만다라 세스민데 만다라 단집 디디 디미시오 말 어딘데 지녀 디니 디나리아타 디디 간저 페 로니슈 심네타 chawa inde gilong domba matrum ne digmare ser jor da de ten gilong dumni mini shu tse ten anzu taram sala udus char yin de this pebro de pu o tsi sona.
As soon as I reached at Assam, we participate in road construction. During that period, it was to face lots of problems because it was due to the climate and hardship. Lots of people even died. And one morning we just pray to this Holiness that for the farewell of the day. And just pray and don't feel to share that each other. We cannot talk and share something. It was so afraid that we may die today or something, because the road construction was made of the road, so big stones and falling in each other. This was faced
like an avalanche.
Avalanche or like that was faced. So during that discussion we faced lots of problems like that. But there is one person called Namdola. He's one very cheap person. So he came and to Assam and said that I went to the during the discussion, His Holiness also came to visit our area, and he gave us some advice. We felt very tearful, even and being happiness, and we are fearless. Something emotion was going on there. Cannot express so much. But later on, when one of the chief person who's called Amdullah, he told us that when he went back to the Dharamsala, he found that His Holiness doesn't have a proper vehicle to go away. He has only used to walk on the foot, by the foot. So he was advising that if we could offer him some vehicles, it will be our great pressure for us. So we all are almost monk, and we have no any family or child to look up. Whatever we had, we felt it's a great honor to give the vehicle to His Holiness. So we, from all the community, we have contributed 300 rupees each during that period, and we bought a jeep, and we took that jeep to the Dharamsala, and we offered to His Holiness Dalai Lama, because during that we are wearing a normal dress, but we are totally monk. We feel that this is being a monk, offering this such is a great event to us.
I've heard
The
this.
Dharamsala like
Dharamsala.
the Mosudil
Yamar, the Dharamsala Pedro, Tinkamurum Ticket, mix it that Chamdo in Chamba Lamsodita, made the Chunga Institute in Pekat and deny that this and doing on the Pe Kawasambudi, Sudi,
and jeep the unit period.
Red unit period.
When offering this jeep to His Holiness, His Holiness said that this is your fruitful working on the road construction. This is the fruitful you have done, and you have given to me. This is a great pleasure. His Holiness said.
Were you one of the people who went to Dharamsala?
Yeah, he was the person. One of the person. 20 person was there. He took participation in that.
So you drove the jeep to Dharamsala?
The jeep
Somebody drove it.
Chip the Naliata and the Chig Sajeri, Chushi Gangdrug, Mandaluta, Dina Luta, that Teverti or that's in the Tang. Nikan Kada did this and Jungon Rabbit to dance him down.
There is other person who drove it. It was filled with full of grains, flowers, fruits, and garland with white scarf, and drove direct to the palace of His Holiness.
And you were in other cars behind?
How did you get
there?
Maranganto, Kumbajam Dor.
It
It is kind of the ordinary.
It was like a hilly station. We walked by the foot.
You walked by foot?
Foot.
From your Dharamsala, you can't
Dharamsala itself. When we Dharamsala Padula Kandishwar Gadina.
Dharamsala Patong and so Motatis and that town oral. Teachandi Kanto, Tene Chambana Yord.
Kandishwar.
Basana.
To Dharamsala we came from Champana by bus itself. Bus, and the other person who can drive the jeep, he brought it directly to the Dharamsala. Reaching the Dharamsala, the jeep was decorated with full of grains and fruits and flowers and white scarf and everything. And they came walking, and jeep was going just in front of them and offering to His Holiness.
Were you back in your monk's robes by this time?
Did you in the part of
Tajik?
Yeah, it was in the monk dress.
And you were one of 20 other monks whom they made this offering?
He and few issues at the time. He took the participate into it that time.
Wow. Do you have photographs of this?
They take part of the day.
Part in the Yomar to do that. Yomar.
I don't feel
like tournament part.
You've never seen any photographs?
Never bothered and never cared of such even photo, and this was done.
What color jeep was it?
Huh?
What color jeep was it?
Jeep the Chushi Gangdrug.
Jeep Chushi Tanda Deva Ngompor Mindu Tanda.
Blue Jeep,
Jeep.
Mahindra Jeep. Mahindra Jeep, no? Mahindra Company.
Oh, Mahindra Company.
Mahindra
Company.
That Jeep was offered to His Holiness.
Tibetan Dharamsala Suchil Yomar Persian that Pe Kung Chamborum Shabdal Pig do studying and the Chipinum showing some arrest Korang.
During that in Dharamsala, no one has the vehicle except His Holiness had during that when he offered.
See,
this is the first vehicle to His Holiness in exile.
Yes, well, I've seen many offering ceremonies to His Holiness, but then the monks they hold it up in front of the throne, but you can't pick up a jeep. Right?
No, but they drove with full of grain and everything just in front of the house.
In front of the palace to look on, and then
jeep the podang there is no any big during that time. There is no big palace or anything. It was a simple house, like small house.
I've seen the location. Yeah. And so, where was the place that he was working on the road construction?
In Assam.
In Assam, and you said each person contributed 300 rupees each. How many people contributed?
Today, any minute, Sumja, like Jarmuji Jeep, the Shedapur. And a decal and talk me Kasuski Shedapur. There's almost 400.
Almost 400. And how much were they getting paid a day for road construction?
And you might have like 1 rupees 50 paisa per day.
1.5 rupees.
175 paisa.
75.
1 rupees 75 paisa
a day.
A day.
So.
That
300 rupees.
During the road construction, we used to have food all together with 7 to 8 members together. So we contribute all together. In month, we just calculate, it costs 18 to 19 rupees per month for this expenditure.
19 rupees a month. Wow, it's a huge amount of money. I mean, for those people, right? So then, how long does it take to raise the money?
And the Shadab Durup share Jorada Musum, he Nima Manglus Gora.
Tita Nima Mango Koyomare. That Kajal Mavatan to Yante Payat check Uncle Samuel turns to Yomarwa. Tangan and Tikabli. There's a mamma chill tank, she was it better to chat here to jail. In Kajakan, Dawatawayan torture already.
Yeah, in Manglus Gora.
Ah, Niman Koyomaradi. It's it that in Tuesday is shoot women to cut.
I cannot say actually how much it days took to collect the donation, collect the money. But few people faced little problem because they used to expenditure everything they have and
I would imagine.
Even like that. But I was a very means I don't use money normally very distant.
So you just
keep very properly. So I have lots of money during that period.
And whose idea was this? Somebody called Namdu.
Namdula.
It was his idea.
Namdula is the monk. He's living in Kande. He expired. He stayed 3 days meditation during the death.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not.
So I have one more question. Do you still have the protection cord that you wore?
No. I have still. I'm not going to show you.
Are you wearing it now?
No, we have not worn now. I'm not going to show you.
Where is it? Is it at your home?
No. Yeah, in the house.
But you're not going to show us.
No, it's not going to show.
And can I ask why?
제가 디 남다든데 통하여 요말 두스테 있는 제당에만 담고디 자오름 제 남백급이야 딱하시 죽은도 남도니다 든저다 자와다 몸이 마셔 요말와 때카시 양든데 종로제 생여로든데 제 ene zombe lo ju do yang tene zon da ra lu din de gel ta ne chon ju do min do ne pe te ne ene menda jabre se din de ngara mi te thom manyo da din de se ko te mang bu chong
Yeah, it should not be taken under the light.
Under the light.
Under that one thing, and second thing is that during where this was given to the Chushi Gangdrug and especially some monk who participate in this army was given got the opportunity to get it. There were some people were sold this to the some farmer or nomads and anywhere to them. So that they tied this to the ship and tried to experiment it. But
Who tried to experiment?
some Tibetan peoples, but
To see if the sheep died.
It did not die or did not hurt to the sheep.
But they were trying to see if it
See
did
how
or
it's
not.
proving it's true or not.
Ah.
But it doesn't hurt the sheep on anywhere. It proved it is a very valuable thing. So I'm not going to show you.
Okay. Well, I have to honor
ne
that.
dire da tene da kar so re da ngan zo ja len tene da nga mang min an zo re da tu ju re ni lo mang min an zo yin
1962 he joined the Indian Army.
da ti de
62.
62
Did any Gana Ingma Gaswa?
di di pige da bum de lal ma ja ra da ma ja de dire da kar so re nga to yo mar kar di di ngan zo ma ga chu yo mare kar sne ta jami ge in arana jal parte sile ya tene 다 진주 제윤데 뜨니 자가 슝다 만도 다 찍버로 차로 만도 버디 재미 심버로 다 자가 간에 스미 용거로 근데 선데 뜨니 만도 마가디 신에 쪼버디 자가 슝제 인조디 아메리카레 락자다 던저 기겐다 던저 간가 아메리카 당부 만조야 주베갈
When I
마가
started joining Indian Army, it was formed because the Chinese and Indian conflict was going on. So it was reason that we are given an opportunity.
Yeah.
It was held by the Chinese. It was held by the American people. They given the weapons and special training was given by them. And at first training was given by the American peoples.
So he finally got some training.
Huh?
He finally got some training.
Training chiwa da ke labirwa.
다 디디 간조 당버로 다 트레이닝 때 제라 간조 당도 람니 등에 단다 공 쉬어도 다 저기 락자다 람니 간가 아메리카레 다 치수고 자가 레버면서 당고 동안 간조 태었던 줄이야 람니다 아메리카 간조 게 신경마다 국다 제를 락다 두스니야 그래 두스게 세르고 소야로부터 남종 자야로부터 간가 왔다 지게 아리리 아메리카 네다 먼저 죽주를 숨는 때라 때는 남자 디도가 좀 막내나 야 저때 막내지 대가 삼로요 말다 다와진이 질럽정을 제 재밀 등에 삼로면서 개요 말 니상마 소소 배 당한테 친셔로 왔다 디도
When 1962 we joined this, it was established Indian Army. All the training was given by the American peoples. So the language problems were between us.
There was language
problem. So with the sign, how to shoot, how to clean up, training was given, but just signal how to just sign like that.
So that was the first time you actually discharged a bullet from a gun?
Did you any time Mangmila just ask any member Tamudi cake like Chanra?
Mara menta nga phone menta janyo menta ye larwa menta chungjo dinde lingru dinde yor dide menta chungjo dinde
I used to
janyo
play in Tibet itself. I used to have handled weapons like that.
Oh, you used to handle. Where did he have the weapons?
Yeah, member called
die nimang anzo kamol mandu to ngal menta
while
ke
going through the Khams.
While going through Kham, you had a little bit
of.
of experience. What did you think of the Americans?
Ane tada ane mangmi ke America ke mangmi ke tada kundo lobnon che lakja pura tiwara. And did khandis te America khandis te kundo khandis so kundo lambik se.
ta di
Kundo America res khandis hago.
America ta kuran yimbata kuran jaje jata manzo haku gore lakja da gegen gangar di yinne ta 자가 개겐돈 속에 쓰게요래 가시 요래 자가 개겐다 지 칼라다 지 저리 진여다 디디 강에 시워져요다 디디 간도 전 야한도 전하고 저저 중에서부터 칼라라가 말 가실 미다 데벨롭터 니저 숨제 십제 된데레로 다 제때지다 달리테즈 마셔라가 말 제 저거 그게 땡게 되게 단 점제가 됐다. 되는 안들 근데 쉬고 근데 버티를 때. 가시 미 한바 저저 칼라니스세. 아니 가실지에 말합제. 아니 쉬고 버티를 때. 다 버티들라나 칼라 걸어서요. 맞다. 뒤에 다 뒤에도 봐 저거 도게 삼상다 칼라 두자래 삼상 요마다 소소 심슈 제거. 다 된달에 다 다와 증이 지로전 제밀에 갑자기 삼로 코르마시요 말요.
While joining the army, we felt that this was within the period for 1 or 2 months, so we can return back to the Tibet and have a revenge with China. And during that, we struggled a lot while doing that training. With a lot of Tibetan army was joining, there's a shortage of the food. And those people who are very clever or very intelligent, they get twice a time food like that. One people doesn't, those who are very doesn't have one time food proper. A shortage of food we have to face like that. So there is made a coupon type system to after giving this coupon we will have a meals.
A coupon,
Coupon
yes.
was used. So if a coupon was lost, then we could not get the food. And this was we have to face. But we never thought this was the problem. Now the main thing was we can go back to the Tibet and do something like that.
Did you go to Mustang?
Hmm?
Did you go to Mustang?
Go to?
Mustang,
Mustang.
where the fighting continued in the
Acha,
70s.
did you anything Tujurangi Rasun the Canada, and Kemi Magadura, and then any kid to head go across.
Did ma de Jogata Churwal, Tanda as Kalsa, Aranaja part de Celia. That did you understand to did you malia to Jurinil mal pro yomare. That in a Ganzo to Jurisum Lada Tansong to Joshua Ni Urwal. That by Santam Koran retreat to Jimmy Potter and to the Sujatare. That to Jurinel Jagata Pakistan Majara. Jagata Pakistan Majata, you get among me some Jaga among me the Ganzokanga Mal Lel Patota Mal Chidenches among me. Sejeta, Tamasum the Jeta signal younger, Tanganzo Jaga Pombo Jerry. Tanganzo Senepe Michige Malaneta, Combacama Chiden Germans, German Singings. Tanganzo Tugio Marta, go Pombo did this one. Tanga Martin and did Merchaturus, Major. Tanga Denana Nashigres. 다 கொஞ்சம் මොනේ තනේ ලොබ්ජෝ යෙ니레 다 시야된 약지리죠 다 삼라 딩게탄데 다 디게데 다 지게 말라네 다 증기 개미디디 요요 말 개미 요면에 개미 동다 증이 한서 세트베요 그래서는 락자야고 요로 lobjong 때저러 녜만다 만다 디오가 도딘데 말어 녜마 변에 마제인서 그전 디오가 좀 마셔 말 마제기스거라 단된 디오 동다 그래 요레 밤 요레 메르요 요레 미생게 참보딘데 요레 가리나 지야 요러 근데선데 디딩 먼저 짠이 치된 잡이요 말이
Yeah, it was 1963 when we was our the army was shifted to the Ladakh, which is nearby the Chinese border, Chinese whatever it is Tibet called, border was there. So we faced this all face to face, and during that Pakistan-India war was also occurred, and we was asked to come back. We were not allowed to stay there because of this Chinese and the Pakistan conflict was going on. But we said that this is our opportunity to fight with them because we have lots of equipments, weapons we have, and this is before we have only 2 to 3 bullets. Now we have everything what we can use, and we have got a lot of training too. So we thought this is opportunity to go and fight with them. But the leader of the chief of the Indian army, he said, please. We go back to the, we'll return back, but we did not accept. He said, if I don't return back to the, that, my life will go. If I go myself alone, and then all the posts will be cut down. He was sharing all this to our group, but we ignored them, and we were ready to face any challenge during that time.
You must have heard about the Tibetan resistance force in Mustang.
Forcing?
The Tibetan resistance force in Mustang? You know where Mustang is, yes? There was a number of Tibetan resistance fighters regrouped and started fighting the Chinese, but their base was Mustang, and they were running raids into Tibet.
In Nepal.
In Mustang, next to Nepal.
And Nepal ki sandam dila and chicken mami kashi chicken pepe mami
Chushi
kashi
Gangdrug
Chushi Gangdrug the photo chicken
in
and
Mustang.
domne ya mastan del domne chikma jaga jana yam the tourist tidi kane mix it konya
di kaga di tukju rinil so
and pala kira del donya
nga dina lochmi jaza sire del maga so chu konduk ta di lochmi jaza de so ne del bige samal gam dile tangta lakja ta dunzu sama america sama teni 다 이내네 뒤 수고대 먼저 단다 마가 소야데 배제 다왕가 쪽지 슈울 소 인제 마셔 다 손님 좀냐는데 건동년 때 초.
There were I was not participate there was participate under the Chinese under the Chushi Gangdrug and this all equipment was given by the American.
That's right.
American. He never participated in that. He joined in Indian army.
No, but I just was asking if he knew about it.
He know that it was they were formed earlier.
Yes.
And the Indian force were formed after like 4 to 5 months back.
Yeah.
So never participated, never joined there, and never much about it.
Yes.
지당 먼저 들려야 줘야를 지겨요. 그래서나 당고 변에 주군도 그때 먼저 이길래도 당 먼저 주군도 인스기요 봐. 먼저 답다 미디언들 먼저 잠발요. 디디 에네 피게 쇼스 롤이야. 세트디 이기도 단당에 당기 쇼스 공안 남들라서 코랑 차라 레네 공기 베스도 먼저 라민도 Tati Lavina didn't the Lolia.
Yeah.
The Malawi thing,
Chushi Gangdrug, the organizer, has sent a letter to us that we have performed such for that and come and join us. But this letter was got through the Namdullah, that person, and he has never shown to others. He just buried it.
Oh, he didn't show the letter.
So he had shown to them, the group who was joining Indian army.
He did show the group. He did show you the letter.
So,
but wait a second. Who didn't he show the letter to? You said he didn't show the letter to somebody.
Namdullah got the letter.
But you said he didn't show it.
Showed to them, those who were joining Indian army.
He did or he didn't?
He did not show to them.
He did not show to you.
Them.
He didn't show to anybody.
So if they have shown, got opportunity to join there. If they have shown and informed that there is formed over there.
So he buried the letter?
And quick besha God buried.
He
never showed, I just kept it there.
He just kept it?
Anywhere, something like that.
So how did you find out?
And should have pala. Later when we joined the Indian army, instead we got a letter and never showed to you all.
Namdullah said this, that he got the letter and never showed you. So do you think he was protecting you?
그 같이는 애네 라브 야가치도 라브래 같이
다티 그런게 가르스는 안도 되게 잠발람스 제대로 당 한쪽에다 미 고지지로 되게 고치녀를 때다 그런데 다티 때문에는 콘서 강가 두그래 다양한 주고 하그래 삼산태나 하고 말어
because in a road constraint we were all together. Yes. And he was a non-Chushi Gangdrug. Yes. And we are Chushi Gangdrug. If we hear this, we will all join there and he will be alone. So he don't want to be alone. He don't want to be alone, and so due to that, it might be that he did not show to us.
Because he was very close to you.
Yeah, he's close, and we are staying still on the road concession, and we were always together during that time.
Oh, okay. I think there might have been another reason, but we'll keep it at that. Okay, well, this has been really, really fascinating.
가르소르다 망민나라 땅한테 로니 쇼제데 되네 제당 비게 방랄이야 담마저레 둔질로라 디디 나 이게 심랄이요 간데 자쇼데 drogo야 요 말에 이내네 쇼골다 자라 토네 미중니지다 시그널 다녀로 메르조다 락제 체딘데 쇼슬럽스 다 디에카블레 섬타 제메메 부메 게라라데 땅아 빈자나 강가 펄하레 아짜 제미올 Sina Shivare, Pakistan, Sina Shivare, Tibetan Dalpana, Kavan Mendoza, Tangan doing slave to do. Thing a calendar in Pakistan to watch it. Pakistan gave Chigata, Matota, and the Carson, Messenke, Tagara, Jagate, Tangan Condition, cigarettes, some sour in the thing given the last year, Maso, that it under those somebody to Nitangorum to the Carriera, Red Macho, not to Nagulo, and Tanga Satsari. Rawali monetone. This on the time, Carsuret and that Tandom Redelia, Chigshuedelia, Manzo Ranchin Suin, Jamborum to the Garindi, Majevati, never to Samain, the Tulsawet, Ketchimburisas, Caresna, Tangan to Jagali near it, Sijeli near it, Pernalia, Tanda, Chicalacansam, which you combasaya, the social church, Tondokanga Jangorum, but Tojica in Remaso, Jangorum, but Jagalia, pay two Mabina, Tazung and in a purse, that show combasaya, use an Omani Berman who said Mabati, Jamie Sursari, did some man, Chamber Tibet, in Jim Genaro now, said issue and touch it.
He got opportunity to go against the Bangladesh war, and during 1972, and felt that because I have no any family and no background to me, so it is a great opportunity to take a contribution on behalf of Tibetans. So I joined it, and I took this play. I joined it in this one, and because it was not that I was my military was based on Simla, but there was no opportunity to join it. Even that few only 12 people was allowed to go there. So I tried to take that opportunity. I voluntarily joined it, and I felt because if His Holiness was not there, he was not given this special this one threat to me, I would be dead in 1959 when the Chinese was shooting and everything while it's going on. And so there is nothing for me to live or nothing special to me unless His Holiness gave, without His blessing, I could not be alive or something like that. So I felt this is a great opportunity to be on behalf of Tibetans and like that. So lastly, I would like to say that His Holiness Dalai Lama has guided us till now from the long period, and now he's the only we can believe him and trust him, and should follow every generation should follow him, his guidance, and follow that we are one Tibetans and not any other something separate or this and that.
Mm. And this protection cord was given to you during the Monlam in 1959, correct?
Dada Tibetan, Cheswan the Chidu Gupjangap to Kazanapshi.
Not to Nangal.
It was given in 1955, when 54 when we went to the China and returned back to this one, Nulinga, they had a big Molam festival. During that
in 1954?
55.
Oh, 55.
54 he went to the China.
55, when he came back to Lhasa.
Lhasa, and there was a great Molam was going on.
Big Monam, and that's where he
during that he distributed this.
Oh, I see.
Monam the Mata, just send a guess on Perry, did it on Drepung now, Sera,
Molam. It's not on Molam, just distribute all the monasteries.
Oh, it wasn't the Monam.
All the
monasteries.
Just normally distribute to all the monasteries.
Blessed by His Holiness.
Send a guess on the Mangil Masha Sujilium.
Only distribute to all the monasteries, all the monk and the military of the Tibet. Distribute with limited.
It was a limited distribution.
Limited to the military and all the monk under the big monastery like Kande and Drepung. Not to every local people or something like that. It was not distributed to every local people like us.
Did you feel there was some purpose to this?
Marabara, Chamber Janal Pevro, Contamje Kimberwa, Congete, Sangma City or Kari Yungo, Yota Kari Yungo, Sanyi di Yonsere, Nandi Yonsere, Tawan in the Sungi or Mataganje, Maranto Miti in a Miti Karisamlatang, Kong Kingi or the Mitukjaji in a that's your Dukjar, Nalia Pet, Jamget, Kadusumar, Ninja to Lukon, when Chamdo to Tawana and Detigre. This one that Chamber Tamje Kimberang to Pavacheres, Kashe Tam Walenchi and a Haku. So when I wanted to question number and three rival. This one to come Mang and Tamje Kimber, Sama Candy in the Jamaica, you may carry Mandu Yungi, Sama Candy, till 10 into Snampress.
He gave this special this one as he before he in 1951 year back he went to China. He knows that every environment going to help, as I believe. So he never expressed every to anyone.
That things were going to happen.
At this he gave because he knows what's going to happen. So I feel that because of that, he distributed all these nurseries to be distributed to all these.
Do you know other people who were given the same protection cord and also sort of came out safely and felt that this protection cord helped them?
That then yarmajing the chisel now, enemy manguji la that chisel kwen, susul energy pentok rest that palani kind of pentos that more like it. That did a shemasula pentos.
Did the mango pento, Chitan Tanang that they Carso Chotin and the Dusia Shivram so. Mi mangche jagalia tade the novelingan tade so soon to the Gaden Taya Korayomar that the Jamaica Chaba Bonus in Jabde that Major Damasinga that.
Not only to me, but those who escape from the Nulinka, most might be because of this they can be escaped. Otherwise, it was very unable to escape. Because it was raining like bullets was raining, it's like a raining.
Yeah.
So no one can able to escape. Because of this special this one, it might be able to escape. Example like a Kham Tashi, whole the body was loaded with bullets. But he never died because of this special, this one.
Is it red color like Sungtu? Is it red?
Good jiggy good chita, my Kagari, my bed t-shirt, presenting the street.
It was coated with a cloth. It was it was photos. It was a stupa, small stupa.
Oh, it's not a cord.
It's not a cord. It's a small stupa with a protector.
Oh, it's a small stupa.
Stupa, like a protector. There's two protectors were there. A jigji,
Jigji, my Chindero Rishita,
there's two protectors, jigji and my. This was given distributed to that time.
It's a stupa.
Yeah, it's a stupa, small stupa, so like that. It was coated with this koche.
With cloth.
Cloth, colorful cloths.
Oh.
It was tied on the neck.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay. All right. Well, I think I think that's about does it. I need to ask once again, if this interview was shown in Tibet or China, would this be a problem for you?
That's a Mingda Chane, Kangitson and that's any Kagar of YouTube, can you take my sometimes to stand there?
I don't feel that any problem because everything was named and I did not give clear picture.
Okay.
So it may not create any problem.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much for sharing your story. It's been fascinating. Really fascinating. And we just have a small gift for you from the project.
Thank you.